Hello, we're here.
Hello, we're here.
I muted you. I know I muted you.
I
Stop that. All right, there. I had that muted. I know I did. Ay caramba. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Saturday morning, 11 a.m. Pacific time. Wherever you are in the world, it is some other time unless you're here with me on the Pacific side of the United States. You might think that during the previous few minutes before going live, I might be thinking of something clever and witty to say. No, that doesn't happen. This is all off the cuff, unscripted, unrehearsed, just like Carrie Olsman says. No edits, first take. So let's see, I think I saw, well, that says 18 people waiting. That screen says 9 waiting. It hasn't caught up. Once I hit the go live button, the number of people watching seems to change. Some of you have been enjoying the comedy stylings of Black Watch. If you've jumped into the live stream early, I see Tony Wallow has a $4.99 contribution. Looks like that would have been around 9 a.m. It's between the 9 a.m. and the 9:19 slot. So thank you for that, Tony. And there's a whole bunch of chit chat going on that no, I'm not going to read through it. It's people chatting back and forth with each other, getting to know each other more, and a lot of what I call the comedy stylings of Black Watches in there. He's got me in what was it, a piece? I guess that was an airplane. Oh, 144P. I think we have an Air Force squadron here called 144th. 144P. I don't know. Is that 144 PM? Here, Chris Garrett just hit me up in orange. If you want to get my attention, it's best to hit me up in orange. And you do that by typing on the chat line, start with the @ symbol, and then start typing Live Windows Training. By the time you hit the second or third letter, it'll pop up a search result. You can just click on that, and I'll see it in orange. So Chris says, that is how I feel someone upset me. I am going just say, ay caramba. Oh yeah, I noticed earlier, Chris, you said you were upset about something, but you haven't told us about that yet. Tim Sal laughing about something. Black Watch, you got me confused with Alex again. Oh, now that's between Black Watch and RM. Then here's a Ken Stout Live. I think the 144p is your, video settings. Yeah, of course. Well, I guess I'll go check that. I guess we need an AVDW check. And if I'm looking here on my monitoring computer, that shows 1080p, so we're good with that. Put the watch down on the table, so I need audio visual, and somebody check the DVR. Watch is on the table. Black Watch says unstipted, unrehearsed, unintelligible as well. Thank you for the compliment, Black Watch. Speedy C says hi, Doug and chat. Tony says AV, DVR good. So we're all set. I heard somebody chime in the Zoom session. I'm going to go let that person in, and then I'll open up the Zoom, turn off the waiting room. So for those who have the credentials, you'll be able to come in. If you don't have the credentials, send me an email. The address is DougBetts@LiveWindowsTraining.com, and let me know in chat. Hit me up in orange. You know how to do that now. And let me know that you sent an email, and I'll send you the credentials by reply. We don't publish those because Zoom bombers are a thing. I'll switch to the Zoom session and let whoever's there come in. It's Alex is there waiting. And then I'll turn off the waiting room so you'll be able to come in. Please be mindful if you have background noise to mute your mic perhaps.
Hello, Doug.
Hello, Alex. How
I
are
made
you?
it. I was the first one in today.
You were the first one in. Yeah. How'd you do
Yes,
that?
I had the meeting ID and the password typed in before you started the live stream, so just had to hit join meeting.
Well, now if I don't know if I should let this secret out of the bag. You can actually join before I even go live. You'll be in the waiting room, but you can. And I won't hear you chime in. Will I? Yeah, I will because the speaker's on. So you can actually do it before the session starts, but you won't know if I'm actually going to let you in right away because I might have something else on the agenda. I understand you had an exciting thing this week.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, you had a job interview.
Yes, I did, and it
Yeah?
went very well, better than I expected. One of my friends from college, I thought he moved from somewhere. I thought he moved from that job to somewhere else.
Yeah?
Well, he actually moved from somewhere else to that job. So he works there.
Oh,
So I got a connection in in the place where I interviewed.
yeah.
He actually took me, my friend actually took me to the person that was going to interview me, one of the people that was going to interview me and introduced me to him and told him everything about me before the interview.
Oh, that's excellent. That's excellent. And that
So
was
that was good. And they said instead of the normal 2 weeks, I should hear something by email or phone, probably by phone, if it's good news,
well,
next week.
here's hoping. Uh,
So it was exciting, and
yeah.
it was my birthday last week too.
Right, right. So happy belated birthday too. I did hear you tell the story on Ken Stout Live, the up and coming YouTube channel that he's been doing just about every day, hasn't he? Um,
Well, you talk about Ken or me?
Ken, yeah,
I've been,
Ken
yeah,
Stout
but
Live.
I've been trying to do live streams just about every day
You
also.
have, you have. That's right.
Ken told me yesterday in the chat I was competing with Kerry and Mitch
Yeah. Okay.
because
Pretty good.
he was on for like 3 hours yesterday.
Well, I'm punching over here to chat because here's Tom K who's come in with a $2 contribution. Thank you so much, Tom. He says, nice to see you. And let's see. Oh, Vladimir says, don't forget to turn off the Google Earth intro. Well, that's a good point, Vladimir. When I switch away from it, it's supposed to turn off automatically. And I don't actually have Google Earth running in the background. It's when I switch to that scene, it starts running. But what I can turn off is the countdown timer. Now, something you folks don't know yet is that about an hour before going live, my streaming computer blue screen crashed.
That sounds about right. That sounds about when the computer will crash or something will happen that you
Yeah.
don't expect.
Fortunately, with an hour before, it was okay. So I mean, I had time to
Well,
recover.
at least you had time to fix it.
Yeah.
Back when Microsoft was automatically installing Windows 10 on everybody's computers,
Yeah.
our church computer gets turned on so rarely that it actually upgraded in the middle of a church service.
Oh, oh no. All right, so let me start moving forward here. Here's Chris Garrett comes in with $5 contribution. Thank you so much. And I see Nadev Tomasia as a message deleted by Tony Wallow. So I'm gonna go take a peek of that with it off. And yes, it's another one of these spammers. They're just putting in a website address they want to try to get people to go to. And thank you for deleting that. And I am going to go hide. Oh, that's unhide user on this channel. It's already, that person's already hidden. How did that happen? Oh, I see. Not if Tomasina was hidden by Tony. And that's good. That is my option, is to hide users. I didn't know that the moderators could actually hide someone from the channel. Yeah, because that's what I'm doing. So wow, okay, yeah, those spam things where they're putting in a website, that's okay to go ahead and hide them. Once in a while, I'd like to expose it and show it and talk about it so that people who haven't heard me talk about that before can understand. Don't go to that website. You don't know what you're going to get hit with. Now, sometime down the road, I'd like to have a virtual computer and a VPN set up to where I could go show what they are trying to accomplish from time to time, because I think that'd be interesting. Let's see. There is some more orange. Let's see. Ken Stout, I got 3 words for that. LiveWindowsTraining-DougBetts, Big Beast Build, LOL. Big Beast Build is a computer that Kerry Holzman has been working on his channel. Not quite sure the reference there. LOL, Blackwatch, glad you know that. Oh, let's see, that's chit chat. Okay, keep going to the orange. Blackwatch says, I sent 2 bits just now. You need a shave and a haircut for 2 bits. And then, oh, by the way, I noticed your haircut, Alex. You looked really sharp when that first turned up on video.
Actually, it's not my hair. I just trim my mustache before the interview.
Oh, was that all it was? Well, I don't know what it was, but around the time when
yes,
you were
it's just my mustache.
all right. I just thought you looked really sharp on a couple days before your interview, and I assumed it was a haircut, but I don't know. So then Chris Garrett says those sites are adult sites. Don't ask how I know. They're not always. I think they're not always, and of course I'm not going to display an adult site, but I am willing to let people know what they are, because they could be virus infections too. They could be takeover controls. They could be other things besides adult. They might all be adult sites. I don't know. I don't know what percentage is Chris checking on them. Ken Stout says your blue screen and now a virtual machine. Your blue screen and now a virtual machine. Yeah, I guess he's talking about what I was saying that I want to do down the road. So let me go catch up with what I'm wanting to accomplish today. So looking at the description of this live stream, this will be a pretty common thing that I'll put in here what I'm intending to do today. Problem solving opportunities today. The replacement display panel and cable arrived for the laptop that we disassembled last week. I will reassemble during the live stream and find out if the problem solved. The laptop was diagnosed and disassembled during Saturday's live stream. I guess I just said that. And then I'll be making a first attempt at restoring an image backup of one computer to a different model computer using a Macrium Reflect Home V8 version 8 paid version. So Alex, you and I were working for a while on using the methods that is built into Windows for doing.
I don't see a reason at this point, Doug, as to why what you're wanting to do using Macrium Reflect would not work. If there's drivers still from other manufacturer computers in there, it should just ignore those. It should just ignore those drivers and not install them. And then if you want to, at some point, you can go in there and uninstall them from the control panel.
Well, I'm going to be showing the method that Macrium Reflect has for specifically doing this. I'm not using their software to somehow twist something and accomplish this. They actually have a procedure for restoring on dissimilar hardware. So I want to show and describe how that works, because it's a bit different than what we were doing with, what was it called?
As far as I know, that feature of Macrium Reflect requires the Pro version. Is that the paid for version? Is that right, or can you do it with the free version?
It's the paid version, and it's totally affordable for me within the context of my business. And I'm expecting to be needing to do a lot of this over the next few years as I start replacing the Windows 10 computers that won't upgrade to Windows 11 for my clients. So what I'm figuring I'm going to be doing is setting up a prototype computer in each office for Windows 11, and then I'll make an image of that and restore it to other computers.
For your particular setup, the Windows way is too complicated because it requires an Active Directory machine and server and all that we had at college that you don't have. So
yeah. Well, then we were working on the other method of doing that with sysprep, and then also
which that's part of of a server method, because you have to use sysprep to do all that, and it's just a whole lot of steps.
Well, that doesn't make sense. I did sys for prep. I've got videos that are showing how I do it without an Active Directory. Why are you saying now that it requires Active Directory? You lost me there.
The method I used to put an image on all of our school computers involved using sysprep and it copying the image of the Windows 10 virtual machine over the network to the server, so that I was then able to deploy.
Well, that's the method you use for that. But sysprep will work without an Active Directory. I've done it. I've got videos on my channels for doing it. But it is more cumbersome than what I think this method is with Macrium Reflect. So let me move on. We'll come back to that subject later. Then number 3, I want to demonstrate how to create and use a distribution list in Gmail. Gmail does not call it a distribution list, but the effect is the same. And it is not intuitive. And this is partially in response to Ken Stout Live channel and the things that have been going on there with trying to send out blind carbon copies for new Zoom credentials whenever needed. So I think Ken, you'll like this when we get to that. So let me come back and catch up on chat. Let's see, your blue screen. Oh, I guess there is nothing new in orange. All right. Okay. Blackwatch has just learned that you trimmed your mustache.
I'm surprised we haven't got anybody else joining us in the Zoom yet.
Yeah, I don't know. Nobody's joined. I don't know what's up with that. We're lonely here. So let's turn to reassembling this laptop. Okay, I don't even know what that means at RM. I think his name is Robert, isn't it? Keen. All right, so what do I want to go for this? I'm going to bring up here. Okay, so I've got all the parts in a box. I had to move the parts off of my desk to get through a whole week, and I was surprised to find this guy left on my desk, and I never noticed that it fell out. It's actually the power connection for the laptop. So that kind of shook me a little bit when I realized, yeah, little parts can fall off if they get misplaced. That can be a real problem trying to reassemble. All right, there's somebody else coming in to Zoom. Let's see who we got there.
It's just Ken.
Oh, just Ken. But he does,
Yeah, hold on, I gotta find where I'm at. I need to stay.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you did not know that. Okay, so it takes me a couple clicks to mute him. So Ken, I muted you. When you get that figured out, you can fix it. Let's see. Got to come back to this camera. Push the right button, Doug. And I guess really I want to go to this camera. So there's the base of the computer, and that's what we'll start assembling from. But actually what I'll do first is I'll connect the new display panel just by connecting the wires, and connect power and see if it works. Because if it still doesn't work, it's not much sense to reassembling it. And I heard a ding come in. So there's Ken. Hello, Ken.
Sorry about that. I couldn't figure out which one of my 93 monitors I was on.
It should be on a chair, frankly, but to each his own.
But I like the monitors.
You like the monitors. You ride them cowboy style? Like a horse?
Doug, I thought we discussed this. We weren't going to talk about this in public.
All right, moving on. Here, this box, I think, has the replacement display panel. I have not opened it, so you're going to see that crease there kind of makes it look like I did open it. Apparently it came from, I think it's an island off of Italy called Fragile. And we'll see what we got. I got a laugh. I actually got a little bit of a laugh there.
By the way, thank you for the 2 shout outs earlier. I appreciated that.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. The channel is Ken Stout Live. If somebody wants to paste that into chat, somebody else can find their way to it. He goes live just about every day, and
Just about.
And he about turned me into going live just about every day.
and Alex
I'm
too.
trying.
That's it. It's quite a community they've got going there. So here, we'll open this up. Ken and Alex, are you actually watching the YouTube videos?
I am.
Let me know. Yeah, let me know.
Yeah, I still am. I just had to mute it.
All right. So it's all bubble wrap. That's encouraging.
But I can see it. I can see it on your Zoom video and on the YouTube video. So.
All right. This, I did order the exact display panel and wiring that Catherine Anna Hauserman found on eBay. I carefully looked over the description and the photos to try to verify for sure that it was the right unit. And as far as I could tell, it does seem to be. So yeah, it's a display panel. And we were looking at the pictures of the back side because there seemed to be a little bit of difference in the way it appeared. So I'm going to hold these up to the camera side by side.
Hey Doug.
Yeah.
When you have to order parts, does your customers use their details to order, like their credit cards to order the debit cards to order the parts, and then just put your shipping address in there, or do you order the parts and they pay you back when you?
I order the parts, and then I include that on the invoice when I send to them, and there's a little bit of a markup. So I don't. Now there are occasions when I'll use their credit card, and then they don't have any markup on the parts to pay. But that's marking up the cost of parts is a normal thing for a computer service to do, and it's not huge markup. So here, let's go look at this. I find it it saves time if I'm using my own accounts. And there was one recent brand new computer I tried to order from Dell using my Dell account, but the customer's credit card. That was rejected multiple times. So we wound up creating a Dell account for my customer. All right.
It was rejected on Dell's side because the name on the card and the name on the account didn't match or something.
Yeah, names and addresses didn't match. So here I'm trying to let the video see the difference or the similarity. And it looks like they're different sizes the way you're seeing it on camera, I think. But they're not. If I bring them right up together, that matches. All right, so I'm going to bring us back around so that I can see it. I need to keep straight which one's which, right? Fortunately, the old one still has the hinges attached and the side rails and the wire. So this is going to be...
But in case you get them confused and put the old one back on, we've been through that yesterday with Carrie, so it's okay.
Yeah, that was fun when he didn't switch the motherboard. It was trying to install the wrong BIOS. All right, so here I'm going to show it on the keyboard camera. You know, I need to stop being so concerned about showing it and just actually compare it. Yeah, those circuit boards are very different.
It looks like one's got an angle, one's got a square,
Yes.
one's got another. Yeah, that looks.
One's longer or wider. The top one
Yeah,
is
your new
wider.
one's longer and got a square.
Yeah.
Did the part numbers match up?
Let's see those labels. DPN. I have to hold one of them upside down and the other one right side up in order to see the labels at the same time. LP. Not sure what number to look at. There's a. All right. I'm wasting too much effort by trying to get everything perfectly on the camera. There's a DP/N. Kind of makes me think it's a part number 08MN61. You know, with part numbers, there can be replacement part numbers for original part numbers, so the part numbers may not exactly match. I'm not all so concerned about that, but probably more concerned, does it match with what I ordered? With the original order material on the website. So that was eBay. I'm going to switch to eBay and bring it up, and let's confirm from there. Very recently viewed purchase history. All right, this looks okay to show. So I'm going to eBay, click on my eBay up at the top, and then purchase history. And then I'll sign in. I'm punching my buttons to disconnect on occasion because I don't know what screen's going to come up next, and I want to be in the practice of protecting data. And I don't think that's the right account that was signing in as. Let's try switch account. Not logging in. I think I'm having a little an issue occasionally with RoboForm. I don't think it's RoboForm's fault. I think it's that I've got too many different accounts hanging around. All right, how about if I come over this way? I got signed on during the live stream last time just fine. And cart is empty. This doesn't say my name. There, that has my name. Boom, there it is. It didn't make me sign in. Well, that's just weird. All right, coming back, here's the eBay listing. Dell Inspiron display screen. Where do I see on here part numbers? Here's the individual pictures. Oh, that's interesting. Notice the Ken, what you notice about the angle of the circuit board?
Yes.
See the angle of the circuit board in that photo?
Yes, I remember.
And then the one that I received has the square angle.
Right.
So that photo on the eBay listing was not physically of this display panel. Is it a compatible product?
Catherine brings a good point up. Is your old one touchscreen or non-touch screen?
Non-touch screen.
Is your new one non-touch or touch?
How do I tell that by looking at it? It seems to me that the listing said it was not touch, but that doesn't
I would
confirm
think though
what
that
we
even if it
received.
was a touchscreen, it should still work. You just won't be able to use it as a touchscreen.
Yeah, and I'd be fine with that. Let's see. So in orange, Chris says the island Fiji from the Fragile. That was a joke if you didn't catch it.
I thought it was French.
Yeah. I said there's a touch and a non-touch. Yeah, I remember that, and I thought we already addressed that issue last week. And Black Watch humor there. I'm not gonna figure that one out. So, how about the connections? Let's just go straight to look at the connections, because I could just connect the cables and see if it works. So this connector looks the same. It is in it is a little different position on the circuit board, but that's kind of expected with a different appearing circuit board. And we got the new cable, so I don't actually have to take the old cable off. I am going to have to take the rails off. The cable came in this package. Oh, hey, here's their wrapping. They just took and cut a envelope and wrapped it inside that, and then put it inside this envelope. It gets the job done. It's eBay. It's not a manufacturer. And then here we've got a handwritten part number. I don't want to put strain on the wires with opening this up.
Doug,
Yeah,
is that the same board but just a different revision number maybe?
it could be. I'm not bothered too much by slight differences in appearance or the way it's built. I've seen enough replacement parts not be exact matches to the original that doesn't alarm me at this point.
Exactly.
That sounds like Gary.
That is.
Hi,
Scary,
Gary.
you remember that. Hello. It's been almost a week.
Yeah,
I was looking for you yesterday.
you were looking for me yesterday. Oh, in the chat room on Carrie's live stream?
No, getting your computer.
Getting my computer. Oh, I'm sure I'd have no idea what you're talking about, Gary.
We have to tease you every week.
That's all right.
Ken and I are taking teams on that.
Whoa, don't be including me on this.
Hey, I told you when it's both of us, I take credit and you take credit.
Okay, I will confess. You're correct.
All right, so now in figuring out the layout of this,
I did have to eat crow yesterday, Doug. Please don't let me down next week.
you ate crow out yesterday. Oh,
Yeah, unfortunately.
you were predicting something was going to happen yesterday that didn't happen.
Yeah, don't let me down on Friday, please.
Silly boy. All right, so this looks encouraging here. Let me bring this camera in closer. Let me know if I need to do the focusing thing. But the size and shape of this cable looks exact. Even this piece here going up to the camera, does it go all the way? Yeah.
Sure looks like it.
That looks like a good match. And then the connectors. Yeah,
Looks the same to me.
I have high confidence in that. Now, I don't have to transfer over the hinges and the side rails to do a dry fit function test. Is that a technical term, dry fit function test? Did I just coin a new term during troubleshooting? So, oh boy, I want magnifiers for this. What did we say that was, a 40 pin?
I want somebody else to do it.
You want somebody else to do it?
Yeah, the small little wires there, you can't see them. My favorite is the Diff connectors. They're horrible.
Yeah, well, you know something that's really odd about this connector is there is no clasp. There's nothing holding it in other than the tape. Maybe there's a little notch, detent, to hold it in place, but and that seems to be on there pretty good. I'm comfortable with that. I don't need to connect the camera for the test. All right. Ouch. Sorry, phone. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Tony, you're fine with hiding that. I just noticed an email that came in for hiding that spam user, but particularly if I'm busy with other stuff. Go back and see if there's something else in chat. Chris, I get it now. Oh, I guess that was in relation to Fragili. Found a touchscreen at a warehouse. Okay, did they send touch? 149 could be different manufacturer. I think we're good on the screen that we got here, Vladimir, but thanks. All right, then move this camera back. Bring the motherboard to front center. Oh, that's curious. The power connector is still on the motherboard. I thought that was the power connector that I lost. Who do we got coming in? Somebody new coming in. There is Blackwatch, and Jeff is here. Hello, yep. Jeff. Hello, BW. Hello. Coming back to camera. So yeah, here's the power connector. I was thinking that this guy right here fell off of the motherboard and is a power connector. So what is this? Where'd it come from? Did it come? Well, we'll go without that for now. Display panel plugs in here. A little difficult to know for sure if that's seated. It's fully seated.
would be Catherine.
Hello, Catherine. She might be still connecting to audio. Boy, once that's in, it doesn't want to come back out. I think it's all the way in. Power. Where's the power?
I give up. Where is the power?
It's not in the box. You have the power.
No,
have the
that's
power,
someone
son.
else's channel.
It's those little pluggy things in the wall.
Nah. I think it must be in the other room.
Yeah, one thing we're not short of is one-clips, one-liners.
Power in my house is downstairs watching TV.
Hey, Ken, Doug's in the other room. Give him a call.
Yeah, it was still on the shelf where I originally put the parts before I put them into the box. So I missed putting the battery and the power adapter into the box.
Wat hier nog een match?
So Ken, you're in competition with Doug? I see your
As far as
visual.
what goes. Oh, no, I just put that up there to, stick with the theme of the conversation.
Oh, what do you got up there? Oh, a repair banner. Laptop repair. All right.
You know me, whenever we're talking about it, I try to throw something up.
Oh yeah, I did notice you were doing that. You'd change your background every time the topic of conversation changed.
Doug, you misread it. It says despair.
It says despair.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. All right. Let's see, Rick Lakes, hello to you. I'm going to try to just keep looking at the chat once in a while, maybe not pushing the button. I'm not reading all the chat messages except when you hit me in orange. All right, so
It was an orange.
what?
I didn't bring any orange.
You know what I mean.
Yep.
That's a good, Catherine, that is a good laugh. I gotta save that one for a laugh.
I like to laugh. I really do, but sometimes I get angry.
Uh-huh.
No.
You have an angry laugh?
No, no, I don't.
Oh, good.
I got a recording I can play if you want.
No.
All right. I got light on the AC adapter plugged into the computer. Oh, the palm rest has the power button. Have to plug that in. And that power button is right here, and it goes into that slot there. And this is one of those. You know,
Hey, Doug,
I know the zero insertion force connector, ZIF connector, but this isn't. I don't think this is a ZIF connector. I'd kind of like to know what the name of this connector is. So
Doug, is the customer going to keep this computer once it's fixed?
yeah.
And this is when he got a new one too, or?
No. I loaned her a one of the Chromebook computers because most of the stuff that she does is web-based. Mm-hmm. And the plan was after she experiences that, she would decide whether that is an acceptable replacement for her. But then after the live stream last week, I spoke with her by phone and told her that I'd like to replace the display panel and make the computer completely functional again, and she liked that idea. And then I asked her about doing a SSD replacement, and she likes that. So we're gonna.
I was about to ask you if you were going to replace the hard drive.
Yeah.
Since you had it open anyway.
Yep. She.
Thank God he does.
I didn't hear that, Catherine.
I said, thank God you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here I'm going to do a focus of this camera. And I want to try to demonstrate that little connector. Oh, I got these 4 drawers over here. I never remember which drawer has what. I have the same problem with my kitchen cabinets.
Maybe
Drawer
you
or
should-
drawer?
Here, drawers, and in the kitchen it's cabinets. So this
Good.
piece,
Put the label on.
yeah, I have seriously been intending to do that. This black piece here, it pulls up to release, and it pushes down to secure the wire once it's put into place. I don't know if you were you able to see that as I was moving that. Mainly,
Yes.
Mainly trying to demonstrate
Yes.
this for people who've never been
Yes,
in
very
this.
well.
All right, good. And then take that power cable and be sure I'm getting it in the correct orientation. This is going to be interesting to see how well I can show this piece. This has that blue tab for handling it, but the camera's in the way, so I just can't do that. Maybe I can show it after the fact. Let's see, does this one, how does this camera do? Seems like this piece went easier last week. All right, any of you in Zoom keep an eye on the chat to see if there's something I should
No, you're good.
respond to? Well, the first attempt to put that in, it went in so easily. And I pushed the black thing down to secure it and realized it wasn't even in the slot.
Darren joins the house.
There's
Bloody hell.
Hell.
Oh no, bloody hell.
Oh, bloody hell.
It's
I
that
can change
guy.
your name.
Oh, and there comes another one.
It's that guy from Facebook.
Oh, don't go there.
Oh, what a guy.
Shush, Darren. Zip it.
Oh,
Darren.
right, I will.
News at 11.
Looks like Darren's being kidnapped by aliens or something. I don't know. I can't really tell. He's gone bald.
Oh,
on
I've got the
looks like.
sky on. Uh-oh.
How you doing, Darren?
Okay.
Good, good, good. Another day, another 50 pounds.
And William Dawson says, hello from Cocoa, Florida. The part I hate putting the laptop back together.
Hello,
Yep.
William.
Hard part.
And Jim is late as always, catching up at 2-speed. Jim, you need to change your name to Jim. I'm always late. We'll designate you an Indian name.
That's a pretty good view of it there. That's the blue tab for
Yes.
grabbing it with your finger, and that's the wire going in.
Yes.
All
Yep,
right.
looks good.
Now it turns on the screen.
We're gonna try that.
Oh,
I'm the exact
sorry.
opposite, Ken. And I was I always try to be early. I think I got there for my interview Wednesday at like 10 after 12, and my interview wasn't until 1.
Early is always good.
Yep, you got another ticket for double parking.
I called everybody. I called everybody at their lunch break. So because as I was coming in, everybody was going out. So I was able to meet a pretty good bit of the people that work there. So
Thought you were gonna say you caught everybody at their lunch break because you were hungry.
And you see,
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. Got a splash screen.
got a Windows logo.
Logo. Oh, okay.
It's,
I'll let you have your chat back now.
I was late this morning, had to go to the bank, got there. We're supposed to be open 10 to 12 on Saturdays and the door was locked, so.
Looks good. Looks good.
yeah, looks like it's gonna work. It's still starting up. Of course, it's a.
You got a good
spinning
reflection of the light.
drive. Yeah. Well, the screen is black right now. It's not, doesn't have anything on it. It's working on, and I can tell the backlight. I can see the backlight is on.
You probably said this earlier. Where did you get the screen from? I was late getting in
From eBay. Catherine found it during last week's stream, so it's shown on last week's stream.
Okay.
Uh-oh, Jim just got pulled over for speeding again. I think the cop's gonna get him again.
hey Doug, can you put me on the on your Google map before the?
Oh yeah, you're not on there?
I'm not on there. I sent you an email so you can put me on there.
Okay, did you just send that today, or are you saying you sent one a while ago?
Last live stream last week.
Oh, all right. Let me go. I'm multitasking here, looking up your emails.
Yeah, Boulder, Colorado.
Yeah, there it is. You see, yeah, you had a subject line, Google Map. But you didn't tell. Oh, yeah, you did tell me where you are. All right. Oh, that explains some of Blackwatch's comments about Sheridan.
Uh-oh.
I didn't understand your reference to Sheridan, yeah, but that's where Alex is. We still don't have anything. We don't have a Windows yet, but we know the computer came on. We know the screen came
His
on.
references could have been from other Sheridans because there's also a Sheridan, Wyoming, and a Sheridan, Colorado.
Well, I was thinking Sheridan Hotels.
You all right, Darren?
I'll just move myself a little bit.
You think it shut off, Doug?
No, I can hear it still on, and I still have the black light. There might be the operating system might have a need to do a recovery because of the way that it has, not had a proper shutdown a long time. Although I did connect an external monitor, and I had a Windows desktop. So I'm not really needing to see a Windows desktop.
When you connected the external monitor, did you connect it without the display connected or with the display connected?
With.
I learned that when I was taking apart that laptop with the cracked display that I was gonna repair that time that I never got to, that if you have that, as long as you have the display physically connected, you won't be able to use the HDMI port until the Windows desktop is loaded. So if Windows doesn't load, you won't be able to see nothing else. But if you go in and you physically unplug the display connector, that will force the computer, that will force the laptop to display the BIOS screen on the external monitor.
Yeah, that is sometimes true. I've had occasions where that's not true. I've found it to not be consistent.
Well, on all the computers I've worked on or had, that has been the case.
Yeah, I don't.
Maybe
I have not
maybe
had
you
the
can
same
mirror
experience.
it.
Go ahead, Catherine.
Maybe you can mirror it, so you have the Like the same screen on the monitor and the
No,
same.
I'm talking about getting the BIOS screen to display on the external monitor before Windows loads. But the problem is with all the laptops I've looked at, the HDMI port is not activated until Windows loads.
I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying that I've had exceptions to that where that's not been the case. So I'm just saying that that's not an industry-wide standard. There's not much that is industry-wide standard, is there?
In my case, on my desktop computer, both of my monitors work before Windows is loaded. So
Yeah.
Front panel connectors on motherboards are industry standard.
All right. Yes, there are some things that are industry standard. Let's move away from this topic.
Wait, I just went and got an industry standard photo. Doggone it.
All I'm really saying is it's a hazardous to say what your experience has been is always the case. And I understand, Alex, your experience has always been that HDMI port won't work until Windows loads. I'm telling you, I have cases where that's not true, where HDMI will work in the BIOS.
I 100% believe you. I just haven't ever experienced.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And that's part of the value of us having these conversations and live streams, because we can find out each other's experiences and all learn better from it.
For the most part, all the
watching, let's get the like button pressed so he moves up the stream. Oh wait, that's for my channel. Never mind.
Oh, whoops!
No, everybody should hit the like button.
Let's see, over there I see 34 viewers, I see 8 likes.
Nope, somebody left. 33,
Those are mine.
34.
Boy, how does this thing come off?
I liked the video too. I liked it.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's up to 11, so
Yeah, there's that. All right, so what I need to do next is, before completing the installation, I need to switch.
good one, Jeff.
I need to switch over all of the rest of the pieces. The rails on the side of the monitor and the hinges.
Hi, Z.
Hello, Zave.
Is that Zvi?
Yep.
Yes, just a moment.
Yes, hello there. All right. Now these screws.
Hi. Doug,
Yes.
never touch the screen with the power, even the battery.
Say again.
Never put the screen connector with the power, even the battery.
Never connect the screen connector with the power, even the battery. The AC adapter and the battery were both not connected to the computer when I connected and disconnected power. Is that what you're referring to?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. I agree with you. Yeah. And that's actually one of the things that's kind of a fear of mine, what Carrie experienced yesterday with doing a live stream and having conversations and occasionally trying to go back to chat. It is so easy to make a very basic mistake. And
Yes.
Carrie described it. Carrie described that as it's the type of mistake that only an experienced technician would make. A person working on their own stuff without trying to do a video at the same time wouldn't make that mistake.
But Doug, we would tell you, and you would actually listen. Yes.
All right. Yeah.
So V, you don't have to worry.
Right,
Doug is CSA approved. Can't get a shock off him.
I know there was a good joke in there somewhere, but I didn't hear it well enough. Doug is what essay approved?
CSA.
ESA.
No.
So V was going on about power. Don't plug the power in. But Doug is CSA approved. You can't get a shock.
Can't
I think
get,
that's a Canadian thing.
CSA is can't get a shock. I didn't hear what the acronym stood for. Can't get a
CSA
shock.
approved.
All right.
That's Canadian Standards Association.
Oh, all right. That is a real thing then, Canadian Standards Association.
Kind of like USA.
Yeah, well, you guys are confused anyway, so.
Like
Ghana is
USA.
the CSA, the ASA, the ISA. Well, different.
If you got a headache, take an ASA.
And then learn some more TLAs.
Sorry, yes, they have an ASA, American Standard Association.
No, that's short for
ASA.
aspirin. That's aspirin.
Hey, Catherine.
No, aspirin is ASS, please.
Oh, close enough. Give me a break.
Hey, Catherine.
No, it's not close at all. Oh. It's not close at all.
Hey, Catherine. Is Colombia considered Latin America?
Yes, it is.
I was just curious because the company I interviewed for does work internationally for the United States, Canada, and Latin America. So that would be, is that all of South America?
Central and South generally.
Did you guys see the mistake I was about to make because I was listening to you?
The mistake was listening to us.
Yeah, but do you see that on screen, what I almost was trying to do here?
Yes, you put it on the wrong. It's wrong.
I put it backwards.
Wrong.
Wrong side.
No, not wrong side, backwards.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got the right side. I was careful about that. And when I was, the first thing that alarmed me is that this side bracket was too tall. It was going too high. And I thought, oh no, they sent me wrong brackets, but they didn't send brackets. These are the ones I just took off the old display panel. This screwdriver needs a magnetism refresh.
That would be Tim. Your photographer has arrived.
Is that Tim Sowell?
Yep, camera in hand, documenting this for a documentary.
Yeah, I understand he was taking pictures of me flying around Fresno today.
I've heard that.
All right, I need my
Hey, Tim.
magnifying glass. Or magnifying glass. I call it a magnifying glass. It's a magnifier. Magnet. It's a magnet. You guys got me so flustered. That's what I use to magnetize. So
Maybe we should go.
What's that, Catherine?
Maybe we should go so you're no longer flustered and confused and all in this.
But that's the highlight of my channel. Is me being flustered and confused.
Aha, you like it, okay.
Yeah, I live for that. Are you kidding me? That was my objective. My life was dull and boring. I thought, what can I do? I need more confusion in my life. Oh, let's do a YouTube channel. And realize I said, let's do a YouTube channel. That means several of the Dougs, not just one.
All 5 Dougs agreed?
Well, I had to kind of do some arm twisting.
Did it hurt?
Yeah, what one feels, we all feel. Kind of
all right, I'll be quiet.
Kumbaya moment.
Doug, can I be host today?
Catherine, I just love your laugh. You want to be host?
Yeah.
I don't know. What's the duties of host? Does that mean you're going to provide the food for everybody?
No,
Yummy.
Gary brought sushi today. He had pizza yesterday.
And Alex is doing that once he gets hired, so.
I'm buying dinner for us all, though.
Yeah, that's what I've heard that. Oh, wait,
Yeah, we're all going to Sheridan.
I said
No, there ain't much here. There ain't much here. We'd have to go to Benton Hot Springs or Little Rock. Unless you want hamburger, that's about all that's here. We got about 5 or 6 different hamburger places in this town.
You got a Whataburger?
No, we got a Sonic, we got a Burger King, we got a McDonald's, we got a Hardee's.
Oh,
I
you're
thought you
I
said
haven't
you
heard
had
a real
hamburger
burger
place.
place among those names yet.
Yeah, none of
Bud
them
Rucker?
remember.
you're picking up airfare as well, Alex, so wherever.
I think Bill Gates knows all those, which means they don't sell hamburger. They sell veggie burgers.
About a lunch.
This top screw was a little stubborn going in.
Yeah, all these I started noticing all the fast food places have started wanting to switch over to like impossible stuff. Even Kentucky Fried Chicken, and chicken is in their name, and even they're wanting to switch over to have, what they call impossible chicken.
Fast food, scrap that idea, kid.
I think I'll just stick with regular chicken. I want regular meat. I don't want any of the plant-based stuff they're trying to push.
Some of it, there's 1 or 2 of them are supposed to be pretty good. Impossible Burger, I just saw a review of that on PBS this morning on America's Test Kitchen. It's not meat, but it tasted good, is what their conclusion was.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, there's another metal rail at the top of the old display panel on the left. Looks like this metal piece needs to transfer over. Yeah, I think I was too quick. I was not being thorough enough. I think I put those side rails on too soon. Don't have everything transferred over.
Doug, you don't have to do it.
Don't have to do it?
Yes.
Why?
It's a piece of the screen, not
David, remember what you said before, sometimes you just have to do it.
Yeah, I think I'm concurring.
And what time you gonna be on tonight? 10:30?
Probably 10:30-ish or so, who knows?
No, I'm not gonna let him stream tonight, Alex, so no.
Oh. Awesome.
Still working on Ken's rabbit's ears.
Yeah, I think these are difference in design between these two. The one on the right is the new screen. The one on the left is the old screen. The left one, the corner where those metal rails come together, almost looks like it's welded together. But the one on the right it looks like that piece of metal is molded or formed onto.
Yeah, there might be
screen.
different manufacturers.
Yeah, a little different.
So the specs may still be the same, yes, but they were manufactured in a different manufacturing place. Yes.
Yeah. The circuit boards are different between the two. I think you were with us, Catherine, when we pointed that out.
Yes, I saw it, but
Yeah, and then also
or
whatever's going
it
on
might
here
be-
is different.
It might be a generation thing, you know,
Yeah.
where the older
Yeah.
screen is welded and the new one they do it they fabricate it a little bit differently.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, agreed.
But as long as you have the right cable and the right screen and the correct output, it's fine. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna bring in the back panel and the
Yes.
flange and do that part of the assembly. So there's the hinge brackets. This wire is the Wi-Fi that attaches on the motherboard. Here's the camera up there. Now I was contemplating the old screen had this cable pretty well stuck in place, and there's still some adhesive material on this wire, but I'm kind of tempted to use some Scotch tape as well.
Or you use electrical tape because it's not
It's not conductive.
Yeah, so it's a bit safer.
Yeah. I think that's reasonable to do. I'd have to go upstairs to get that, and that's all right.
Yes, but we can wait.
Yeah, you can entertain each other and you can tell secrets behind my back.
Oh no.
Ken and I can spin some disc while you're away if you want.
Yeah. Give me some.
Yeah, no violations, no copyright issues whatsoever.
Well, if I'm not playing the music, I shouldn't get a copyright message instead of doing it on my channel.
No, that's going to be my logic when I argue it, but I wasn't doing it.
Yeah, if they hit me up with a copyright channel, I say, no, you go give Ken's channel a copyright violation.
Hey Doug,
Yeah.
this is probably a dumb question, but if I'm doing a live stream from my tablet or whatever, and we turn on the radio in the car and it's just talking and no music, will that get me a copyright violation?
For sure.
I think if the channel that the conversation is being played, if it's copyright protected, then yeah, it could. Might be difficult for the.
I just thought I would ask. That's the reason why when this past couple of times I've tried to live stream from my tablet in a car, I keep the phone on mute.
Yeah, I noticed that.
So that's the reason why there's no sound on those videos, because my mom has the radio on. I don't want to get a copyright.
All right, I'm gonna go get the tape.
Hey, Alex, I found a place you can take us, Wright's Ranch House.
Yes, I was telling you about that. That's that family-owned place I was telling you about last night. They're pretty good.
Okay.
They're pretty good, but they're pricey. It's about
It said $1 to $3 on the.
It's about $40 for two people.
That's not
Well,
bad.
let's see how many of us are.
That's McDonald's prices.
How many of us can make it? That's what we need to determine.
Well, Alex is paying. Who cares?
That's what I'm saying.
Go
So
for
Alex,
it.
we'll do some simple math for you. I can be there. Mona can be there.
Hey,
Gary
Sam,
will be there, so that's 3. Gary's wife will be there. That's 4. Jeff will be there. That's
And
5.
bring my wife too.
Kim can fly in. That's 6.
I think we just have DoorDash. Have them deliver.
Gary,
DoorDash, they don't do DoorDash. We don't have a DoorDash or Uber Eats or even a regular Uber service here. It's just.
Well, I'll pay somebody to come and get mine.
yeah, Gary offered the corporate jet, so away we go.
But
That's why Alex is paid for this.
I have a question. Why would somebody go to Arkansas?
Tim insists on skydiving in.
Why would somebody go to Arkansas, Gary, if they don't live there? I honestly don't know.
Now there's a
And I've got
Actually-
friends. I've got friends on Facebook that moved from Arkansas to other places because there's nothing here as far as really any technical stuff goes.
Now, if I had my choice, I'd go to Alabama.
But you have some nice nature, yes,
Rainbow.
Alex?
Yes.
Yeah, actually-
after all, we are called the natural state.
Yeah, we used to drive through Arkansas a
Okay.
lot, going back to see my wife's parents when we lived in Tennessee, and actually, it's a
Yeah.
very pretty
Yeah.
place.
Ever since they built the bypass, by my house, nobody has to come through Sheridan anymore. Everybody that's driving through can just hit the bypass and don't even have to come through this little town anymore.
That's what kills a lot
What?
of smaller towns when they get
Oh.
bypasses built around them. It's kind of
What's that
aggravating.
guy's name? He's back. Oh, Doug, sorry.
Yeah. So,
Alex,
I've
you can
got-
talk about it all you want. You still owe us dinner. That's it.
Use the white.
the white. You like the white. Okay. Those are all electrical tapes. I have colors of electrical tape.
Yeah,
You should have green like my wheelchair.
Have you got hot pink, Doug? Go with your color.
No.
You didn't want me to use
ugly.
you didn't want me to use the black? Black
Yeah.
watch?
That's trademark. You should know that.
Trademark. Ah.
You should either use the black or the white to match whatever you're going to put it on.
Yeah, I like the white.
Just write black watch on the white tape.
Ah, all right.
You're gonna be watching the screen.
Is that tape CSA approved? Let's see, where does it say? It should say right on it.
All right. That does that. Now let's start. Where's that camera at?
Alex, Chris wants to know if Little Rock has DoorDash, and if they do, you might be able to
Yes.
DoorDash.
DoorDash. Little Rock does have DoorDash and Uber Eats, but we just don't have it in Sheridan.
Well, they might be able to deliver, but it might cost a lot.
Yes, I looked it up. A while back, and for me to get an Uber from my house to my college, it would have cost me $30 one way. And that's only 26 miles, and it cost me $5 each direction to go to college using the public transportation. So it would cost me $20 a week to go to college.
Okay,
Wow.
my turn. So I'm pointing out the usefulness of how I do the organization of my screws. So this was the last panel that I have anything. So I'm expecting 3 screws on the right, 3 screws on the left, and a screw up there each, and that exactly matches what I've got on here. 3 screws for each hinge. That camera. 3 screws here, and then 1 for each of those. That's the way that I'm always double checking myself. Okay, back to you.
It's good. That sounds 3 and 3. That sounds correct. Yes.
Yep.
Nice background, Jeff.
That's one of the images from the test site back in the 60s when they did above ground testing.
I was going to ask
I
you.
like that particular
for
shot.
Mark.
It's got actually lightning in the cloud.
Oh, cool. Is that the one that people had to stand next to and watch?
They actually, you could stand on the tops of hotels here in Las Vegas and see some of it way back in the day. That was an attraction in those times.
I'm gonna get cancer.
Nobody here did. There's a theory that one of the tests contributed to John Wayne getting cancer.
And his co-star, I think, too.
he was, they made some of the Western movies in a location where some fallout drifted into from some of the tests.
I think when they were talking about it was like Gunga Din or something. He made some real slot movie towards the end of his career.
You know what?
This was a Western, and they made it out. It's one of those classic places where you see all the stuff in the background, the buttes and this and that and the other thing. And he was a smoker, and stuff like uranium miners have a very high lung cancer rate. It's a combination of the radiation and the insults from smoking. It's called synergistic effects.
You know what you could do, Doug, to organize those screws better?
What?
You take 5 shot glasses with Irish whiskey, and then you empty it and put the screws in it. By the time you get to the 5th glass, you don't care what you're doing anymore.
That'll really screw you up.
I think that's his point.
I like your picture too, Tim. That's a nice background. Did you send me that one?
I don't know. That was at Reno Air Races. That's Steve Christopher racing that particular RV back there.
I like what you said on Facebook the other day, Tim, about how would you like it if the phone company knows all of your listening to all your conversations or whatever. Well, that's Facebook, and that's definitely true.
You don't believe Tim, do you, Alex? You don't really believe that.
If Tim put it on the internet, it's on the internet. It's true.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I got that picture from Wayne Bush. Doug knows who that guy is.
Yeah.
The internet wouldn't lie to you.
Never.
It depends on who you're listening to. But if it's any of y'all in the Zoom, right now, I pretty well trust what you put on there is accurate.
Well, you guys got him fooled.
I don't have to go get and trust what's on the internet logo.
That sounds like a good t-shirt or coffee mug.
That's a tiny wire for that camera.
Oh my gosh.
I think I'd have to get me some tweezers out for that guy.
I think I'd have no camera.
Is that for the webcam on the?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there. Yeah. Hey.
Yay.
Got it. He drives Black Watch. That's a good one, Robert.
Hey, Doug, you hit 40 viewers.
I got what?
40 viewers.
40.
I got
see
41. I got 41 with 21 likes. So you're right at the 50% like mark. So that's good.
Well, that's probably your guys' fault.
Tony
You're only 60 away from 100.
Oh, sure. Rub that in my face. You seen I went down to 67 subscribers.
Well, hey, you still got more than I got. I'm up to 57.
I'll wait till tonight. I'll lose another 30.
I had the same thing happen where I would get to numbers where they would kind of waffle up and down a little bit, and I have a theory that it might be due to some kind of bot activity, even some that's from YouTube itself.
I think you're right.
With how it
Yeah,
does
I do too.
how it does
And or how many been removed.
Yeah, because some of them that are subscribing are wind up getting taken down by YouTube because they're doing their devious bad things, and so YouTube takes their channel down.
You're right, Doug. I sent a few of Alex actually has 5.7 subs. He missed the dot.
5
You're saying I have 5.7 instead of 57?
You got it.
I don't think you can have a decimal point in your subscribers number.
Well, I can do anything.
See, this
Because
is
you have a connection directly with Susan.
Rumor has it. I don't know where that started. I think Doug started that rumor.
You like alphabet soup, don't you?
Everything from A to Z.
Okay, so
Hey, does
here's what
that-
I'm wondering. What is the path that these wires take through the hinge area? I don't know that. I think I should go look at an illustration.
Oh, channel, isn't it?
Siri's answering it.
Tell Siri to shut up. Siri, shut up, you're stupid.
Do you have your phone plugged in?
It's plugged into power, yeah.
That's what I mean, because when you have your phone plugged into power, saying the keywords will activate the Siri.
Well, yeah, I didn't say the keyword though. And I have my phone configured so it'll do that even on battery power. Because I use it quite a bit. So I need to go look up the illustration for that. Okay, come back to
27 likes now.
Speedy C says, Doug, your YouTube channel is always enjoyable to watch. I never know what's going to happen next. Thanks, Doug. It's always great fun. You're welcome, Speedy C. Thank you for that comment. And let's see, is there anything else in orange? Javi says, good work, but never unplug the screen with battery next time. Javi, are you saying that it was plugged into power when I disconnected the screen? Did I make a mistake there? Or is he still...
I didn't see.
Oh, you did not see it? Okay.
No, because I wasn't there.
Oh, okay.
Here.
Okay. Because when you say something like that, it makes me think that you're correcting me, that I did it wrong.
I thought that the battery is connected, but if you say that no,
No, the battery's over here on the desk. It's not been connected at all. You might have assumed the battery was in the base, but
I thought so.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, because that would have been certainly true and a reasonable suspicion. But
I think that Alex is right about when you connect the external screen, the original screen of the laptop didn't work. It was the fault.
Well,
so it switched automatically to the external, and it stayed there because you shut down the computer with the external, without the original screen.
Yeah.
So you have to connect the external also, and then switch to the internal screen.
Oh, that's it. Okay, that's interesting. That could be. That's not what I was. That's not where my mind was going during that conversation. So that might be. So you're saying when I power it up, I should do it with the external connected because the computer is currently in a state for sending signal to the external only.
Because when you power on the computer, the Dell sign was on the screen and then it's vanished. After the circle of the Windows 10.
Okay. Well, we'll deal with that when we get there. I need now to go find that manual again for this computer. This was go to Dell.com and then search for that service.
5030.
Oh, do you have the service tag, Catherine?
Oh, no, and it's the model.
Here it is. I got. Oh, you were doing the model. I'm gonna look it up by the service tag. I've got it here. All right. So then go to support home and put in the service tag here. 6V9 VSP1. What does VSP stand for, Blackwatch?
Come again? I was out the kitchen.
The part of the service tag number has the acronym VSP. You must know what that acronym stands for.
I can't tell you that. That's trademark.
Oh. All right. Be that way. Here, I'll click on documentation. I want to see if I can fix picture-in-picture here so that people who are unfamiliar with this can learn this. Yes, Catherine?
Page 14, 24, and 32.
Oh, wow. All right. Let's see, get here to the service manual. It's the one that tells about how to disassemble and reassemble. So currently I'm working on the display. Now you were reading, it sounds like you were reading the page numbers that we looked at last time, but I want to go straight to...
Oh, I remember the page numbers. From
oh, you remember them? Oh,
yes.
I am horrible with remembering numbers. I envy you that.
But I'm horrible with remembering names, so...
Oh.
Yeah, I can remember numbers and addresses, and I even know my grandma's debit card number by heart.
Me and my brothers, it's almost a family pride thing that we don't all know each other's birthdays. We don't remember.
A lot of people that I know wouldn't know your phone number unless it was in their address book. But I can tell somebody off of memory pretty much any number for anybody that I know.
Oh.
Yeah, but 911 is an awfully easy number to remember. You know?
I always forget and do it backwards. 119.
Well, just ask Robert. You know, everybody seems to know 911.
I tried calling him last night. I kept getting somebody else.
He was in the chair next to him, so.
Well, I tell you what, those illustrations in that manual just aren't quite good enough. I wonder if somebody might have made a video last week about how to do this.
Alex,
yes, you did.
Oh wow, how about that?
Who would have thought?
So let's try to get up here and figure it out. Oh, look right there. I landed right on it. Those are the wires I need to figure out where they come out.
It's almost like you recorded this earlier.
Yeah, you think? Let's see. So I'll turn this around the same orientation. It comes out there. Oh, there's even a wiring bracket for it.
Yes, there is a little hinge on the there is a little thing on the hinge itself.
Yeah, kind of a routing guide.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. I've got the sound turned off on that. And then I'll speed it up to 2 times speed. See if turn this thing around and get a better view of that side. Almost there. Yeah, close. That's gonna take it off. So let's jump back a little bit. Right there, it's going out that side. So I know in the past, before I had this YouTube channel, when I was doing this, I would take photos during the process. There's one of those plastics.
Well, even if you don't post it on YouTube, taking a video of the process is a good idea.
Yeah. So yeah, here's these routing guides on this hinge right here. Probably don't need to really fuss with that now because I got more to go before I need that. But that looks like the way that goes through there. So
Yeah, it looks good.
this side has similar routing guides. And looks to me like it comes through. Is it this way?
Hey, Ken,
Yes.
did you start the stopwatch when the operation began, just so the records show?
I don't think I heard him brag that he can do it in 6 minutes, so.
No, you know, we gotta have this written down.
Yeah, it's
No,
gotta
you
be
don't.
official.
You got the video. You can go back, look at the timestamps on the video.
DVR.
Have you got your malpractice insurance up to date?
They wouldn't allow me to have Zoom sessions while I work.
Oh, okay. I offered to be the host for you, you know.
Did you take that picture, Tim, or is that just one you found?
I took that picture. I was on pylon number 2 when I took that.
How high up were you?
I was on the ground.
They come in fairly low in those air races.
Then how come you always wear the parachute pack?
What parachute pack?
The one you wear when you take the photograph from the ground.
Right.
So that was Reno?
Yes, pylon number 2.
They use the same course every year?
Well, the courses change. Depends on what class races
Okay.
racing.
Were you the guy in Harry Potter when they were flying around the pylon?
No.
Must have been your younger brother. Uh-oh.
Oh yeah. I wanted to ask you how did you take your profile? How did you take your Facebook profile picture?
That
How did you take yours?
Standing on his head.
that was another photographer, Jim Pratt, took that picture. We were taking pictures of each other.
So the story goes.
I didn't know if you had like another camera set up on a tripod on a timer
Nah.
or whatever to do it for you.
No.
No, a professional photographer that I used to go with took that picture.
They both flew with me in my airplane and took pictures of stuff.
Oh yeah, we flew over We were flying back from Hollister and got pictures of Jim Quello's airplane.
Tim took the
You're not
shot.
caught up now?
What was that last question?
I asked Jim if he was all caught up, but I may be muted.
Oh,
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're not muted. And yes, I'm finally caught up.
hello, Jim.
Hey,
Hey, Jim.
So what do you
Hopefully you're
think,
having a better
Jim?
day today.
I'm sorry?
Hopefully you're having a better day today.
Well, having a very cold day. When I got up at 6:30 this morning, it was 14 degrees with a wind chill of -1.
Ooh.
Ooh, where are you again?
I'm in Delaware, which we don't get it that
Delaware.
cold that often.
Oh, okay.
Is that right next to Tupperware?
Ugh. Grown.
So your trucks up there are rust free, because I know that people like to buy trucks from the south because they're rust free, because they haven't had to run through all the salt on the roads from the cold
Oh,
winters.
No. You have a misconception as to where Delaware is located. Delaware, although I will grant you that most of the people who live in the bottom 2 counties of Delaware think they're in the south. We're between Philadelphia and Baltimore. We're the Northeast corridor. mid-Atlantic. Trust me, we use salt all the time.
Baltimore's a good area.
Pardon me?
Isn't Baltimore a nice area?
Yeah, certain parts of it are, yeah.
Even some places you think are in the South, like parts of Tennessee, use a lot of salt. I lived there 22 years. We had salt on our roads every winter.
Yeah, they brined the roads, I think yesterday or last night, because we're expected to get something, I think, tomorrow.
Don't they use the spray anymore down there?
But, well, they spray brine, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, they don't use
everybody
salt.
here always freaks out, you know, if there's snow that falls or whatever, because down here in Arkansas, we're not used to all the bad weather. So all the winter weather. So if anything like that happens, if any snow falls or anything, even if it's not that bad, they're liable to close the school down because nobody's used to it.
Yes, well, believe me, a lot of people in Delaware still don't quite grasp the concept of driving in snow.
In Vegas, when it gets slippery out, I just stay home because there's too many people here who know nothing about driving on slick roads. I grew up in the Midwest where we had snow every winter. I learned to drive on snow and ice when it was necessary. And of course, here, it's a bunch of crazy drivers anyway. We have relatively high insurance rates.
Jim, there's been a question posed about your state. One of the chat members would like to know, what does Delaware?
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Not me, I'm just a messenger here.
Depends on the weather.
Who's vying to replace Blackwatch now?
Oh, it starts with a B. That's the only clue you get. It's Ringer. Oh, excuse me. Ooh, got popped up there a minute.
Is
Yeah,
BH here?
You gotta watch those hairballs.
Is he here?
He's in the
In
chat.
the chat.
Yeah, big.
The little thinker.
I just lost another subscriber.
Who are you talking about?
BH Ringer.
Oh.
You got a Christian Stratos. Christy Stratos.
Yep.
Never heard of that.
You've been around on YouTube for a while.
Yeah.
BH trying to steal my thunder. I'm going to send Pumper out after him again.
That's between you two.
Where'd he go? I don't see him.
But you know, I guess I could say the same thing. Just like I could say, us down here are not used to the cold winters up there. Y'all wouldn't be used to the hot, humid summers down here.
Oh man, don't remind me of that stuff.
Wanna bet?
80 degrees with 100% humidity. I'll take this California weather any day.
I think Alex is tripping. He's got a stuffed owl. He's trying to look through his ear to see if he can see the eyeball.
That's my fact on my calendar today, my mom.
I think are you sure you haven't tapped into Ken's calendar?
I'm sure. I can show you on the camera. It's right here beside me.
Oh, I'd rather not, thank you. I can't find BH. Wait, oh, there he is.
It says hello, Robert, Rick Lakes, and Jeff Ryman.
There he is.
And then Chris Garrett asked if Delaware is a song.
Who does he think he is? Perry Mason?
Oh God, you're old, aren't you?
Della Street.
That was Della Street. Oh.
Della Street.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Good night, Gracie.
All right, George.
The fog's finally lifted.
George, watch where you put that cigar.
Nice.
No, that was Bill Clinton.
Arkansas.
Yep.
Or the Duggards. Arkansas. Outstanding citizen to the world.
What did Ark see?
They're talking about the Duggars, but they're up in North Arkansas, quite a ways from me.
Well, you all realize that if you get out of your state, the river is pronounced Arkansas, not Arkansas. Actually, it is in Kansas. That's what they call it.
In Kansas, they call the Arkansas River Arkansas.
Yeah, and there's a city on it called
I never knew
Arkansas
that.
City. Oklahoma, it depends who you talk to. My wife's from Oklahoma. Most people there still call it the Arkansas River.
Are we breaking a record? We got a lot of people in Zoom today.
11?
No, we hit the record the other night, Tim.
Another joke people like to say is Noah looked out the ark and saw.
No.
Ugh.
Alex, let Blackwatch do the jokes, please.
Well, I don't know.
I'm not sure that'd be an improvement.
I'm trying to get to a place to see the wire routing on the left, around the left hinge. I think I'm gonna have to just go with what I think it is.
Take a look, see, Jim. What's he got?
If I remember correctly, that hinge was kind of pitching her.
Catherine, did you have something on that?
Yeah, I said just put the cable into the small, these small
routing guides.
These small guides for the cable.
Yeah. It probably isn't. The one thing that I don't like though is there's a screw hole nearby, and I don't want to be running a screw through a wire.
No, first the screws, then the wire.
The screws are done after from the bottom. That screw, I think. But
Yeah,
anyway,
but
I found I got it routed now to where it's safe. It's not going to get hit.
Yes, but here the cable is not fully in the guide in the middle.
Are you referring to what you're seeing on my camera right now? I'm going to tape this down into place because it keeps bouncing up. Let's see. I guess you probably need some light to see what's going on.
I look on the YouTube.
Oh, from last week? Or you're looking at the YouTube from what I'm showing now?
No, I don't know which one you.
I don't know what you're. Yeah, I'm showing you the live laptop right now. This, with my fingers wiggling, this is live. That's not from last week. I was looking at.
Yes, finger. I saw your hand. I saw your moving fingers.
Yeah. So what you're seeing on YouTube right now, this is live.
Yes.
I was a little while ago replaying the video from last week.
Yes, got the video that had the chat in it too.
Yeah, that's right. That was from last week.
Are we supposed to time out the spammers again? Is that what you said?
Just hide them.
Hide. You can just hide them.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's spammers, meaning they're showing a website address, yeah, just hide them.
Okay.
You know, we have no desire to keep them around, so there's no point in timing them out. Just hide them, which removes all of their comments.
Okie dokie.
For now and forever.
Hello. Hello. Who's calling? Bye.
Nice chatting.
Yeah, I found a place I interviewed with has a place that I went for that job interview at. They have a YouTube channel with a whole lot of like webinars and workshops and stuff that are like 30 minutes or an hour long. So I've been kind of watching those to kind of learn their products and stuff.
Oh,
Okay.
You kind of have to scroll through their YouTube list though, because they have a lot of the same videos that are in different languages like Portuguese and French and Spanish and
You know why they have Portuguese?
because part of South America speaks Portuguese.
Very good.
Yes.
National
Brazil.
language of Brazil.
Because they only support the United States, Canada, and South America.
They don't support us. We rejected them, so there. They're not CSA approved.
They're the largest print management company in the world. They're a reseller of paper cut, which is what organizations use to manage print jobs and stuff. So like when you go to like the library and they charge you 10 or 15 cents per page, that's more than likely the software they're using too.
When I get a paper cut, I just put a Band-Aid on it. I don't have to go for all that stuff. Who are we talking to now? Having passion continue.
okay. So this is replacing the display assembly. Place assembly in position. Replace the 2 screws. Done. Route the display cable routing guide to the system board. Done. Route the mini card antenna to the routing guide and connect it. Done. Turn the computer over and replace the 2 screws at the base of the computer. So that's the 2
Yes.
screws that go that.
Yes, in the corners, the 2 screws.
Yeah, in the corners.
They are behind the hinges.
The Wi-Fi is connected.
Yep.
Power.
I haven't connected power yet. No.
Not yet. Okay, okay.
Okay, so these 2 screws are the 2 screws. It's not these 2 because those are. Here's that 2 screws. Now we're doing the 2 screws on the bottom side, and they're up here. Those 2, and it's the inboard screws. There's a screw hole there. This is the inboard screw, and this one was it? I don't. Yeah, I think it was the bottom one. Okay. Yeah, it's not quite the corners. I wasn't showing this here. Here's the in the manual. It's these 2 screws that I'm after now.
Yes.
So there's
Exactly those.
this is farther in the corner and this one is further in the corner. So these 2 that I'm after now are a little bit inboard of the corner. And they are on my next square over here. So that's this one.
Yes.
Yeah, so those screws aren't visible from this side. Fine.
So you did all the hinge screws?
Yeah, I did the hinge screws on the top already.
Yes, okay.
Let's see. So back down here, replacing the display assembly. So that's the 2 screws I just did now. Now it's the palm rest. Go to replacing the palm rest, and here's the section for replacing the palm rest.
Yeah, laptop is so old it doesn't even have a secure boot or UEFI, does it?
I think you're correct that it does not, but I'm not certain about that.
I only bring that up because I just happen to think about when you boot up off of the Macrium Reflect USB drive, I'm unsure if it will has support for legacy and UEFI, or if it's just support for UEFI on Macrium Reflect 8.
That's a different computer that I'm going to be doing Macrium Reflect. That's not this computer. Actually, this computer, I'll eventually do that for the replacing the hard drive. Which, wait a minute, hold my horses.
It's right there, and I've been staring at it the whole time.
Yes, you may want to replace it now. You have it? You ordered it?
Yeah, I have an SSD that I can use.
So you're just going to do a fresh install with this laptop?
I'm sorry, you started talking while I was mid-sentence. I don't know what you said.
I said, so you're just going to do a fresh install with this laptop?
No. This laptop, I'll be doing an image and restoring that to the new SSD. But that's not what I put in the video notes for today. I probably should have. And I probably, let's see. What I really should be doing, how about if I take this spinning hard drive out of this computer and use another computer to image it and restore to the SSD before assembling the rest of this computer?
Well, my concern was just that you wouldn't be able to boot up the Macrium on that computer because the Macrium image that you got may only support UEFI.
Yeah, but I wouldn't need to if I'm going to use a different computer to image it to an SSD. But actually, no, the Macrium Reflect USB that I created, it gave me the ability to create it for both legacy and UEFI, so it will boot either way. So I could, but that would not be a good idea because I'd have to disassemble the computer again to swap the drive.
Yeah, so you may want to take the hard drive out now and then do the the imaging and then put the new SSD in. Yes.
Yeah. So
on the last laptop repair I did, basically what I did is I took the long way around and I did a fresh install on the existing hard drive since I didn't have the SSD yet in my possession, and then I saved the image to a hard drive or a flash drive, and then put the new SSD in blank and loaded the image off of the USB drive and did it that way. But I know that's the long way. But I just wanted something to do before I got the SSD in my possession.
All right.
Oh, geez, he's back again. Just when you thought it was safe to go out in the ocean.
Talking about me?
No.
Like what?
No, sir, you would know it.
You talking about a spammer?
No, it's just see how the
All right.
Doc?
Yeah.
Put the black screws on the magnetic plate.
Yep, I was doing that just as you were suggesting that.
Sorry.
No, you're right. You're right. I actually should have put them straight on the magnetic plate when I took them out.
Yes, because I do not want them to go missing. This is why I...
Yep. You're absolutely right. All right, so straightening up my work area a little bit. I'm going to do that cloning operation probably outside of the live stream and turn my attention to this computer that I have over here for the cloning operation to different hardware, because I wanted to do that on today's live stream. All right, so let's take my HDMI cable. And actually we may wind up going to that laptop after finishing with this computer over here, because I can use this computer over here to do the cloning operation.
Doug, that's a laptop, right, that you're plugging into right now?
No, it's a desktop.
Oh, well, I was gonna say, if it's a laptop, it might not output the HDMI to your capture card.
Yeah, but I think I've already shown to myself that this will work. Although I think it only works when I actually boot the computer with the HDMI plugged in, so it might not. That is a DisplayPort cable. So I'm going to eat my words. I haven't done that one. Do I need to? Oh, I've already got it going to a monitor. I can do a VGA capture. Yeah.
Well, Ken, did you?
Just answered. 4 little letters.
So if I do that here.
Pokemon.
How would I do that?
Well, I haven't gotten a copyright strike on that one live stream I did because of Sam singing yet. I probably won't.
Put your ears on, Alex. He's in the chat.
Are you saying he sang on your channel and you were
Yes,
afraid of
he
a
did.
copyright strike? Oh, he's saying something that might have been copyrighted.
He sang it, and I don't remember if he had the music going in the background or not, but I don't think I've got a claim or nothing on it.
All right.
You know me, Doug. I was playing with Alex.
Oh, okay.
Well, Ken put me up to it.
Of course. What I've got going here is the cable that I need to use. Just not quite long enough for where that computer is.
Something tells me that Blackwatch doesn't need anybody to put him up to anything.
Oh, Doug, I take that back. I did get a copyright claim on it.
Oh, you did?
Now?
I'm just now looking at it. Yes, I did.
Wow.
And it's specifically for that. I mean, it'll tell you what the copyright claim's for.
It just says your video is ineligible for monetization because of blah, blah, blah. But I have a feeling it didn't have a copyright claim on it the day.
Alex, don't do anything with it. We'll discuss it tonight. It will tell you specifically what it is. It says you got a copyright claim, blah, blah, blah. But then if you dig a little deeper, it'll tell you why and what it is.
And
Trust
how
me, I
long?
get them all the time.
And how long?
Yeah, it'll tell you the length, 14
Oh, it tells me. I just clicked on more details and it says Pokemon theme.
There you go. What did we tell you?
I tried to warn you.
So I got a question for Doug while we're kind of on this copyright deal.
All right.
If someone restreams your live stream, is that gonna cause any problems down the road, do you think?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Copyright.
I tried to warn you, Alan.
I didn't honestly know, that's why I was asking.
Somebody told me that,
But
Ken.
if you're now you're saying if you're restreaming, but if you're adding value, commentary, twisting it falls under the fair use.
Sure. So
You might have
let me
difficulty.
clarify that just a tad. So if I were to restart a live stream right now, restreaming your stream and not do anything but just restream it, that's going to get me in trouble, correct?
Yeah, and my understanding is it would. I haven't actually seen that happen, but
We haven't seen anybody do that.
I've never seen anybody do that.
Well, we know someone that does it, but I'm
I
not calling out in the chat room.
And then again, you may
But
get
if I restream it, but I go in there every now and then and go, well, that was dumb to do, or it just make comments along the way, that's not against it?
Well, I think it's kind of a fine line as to how you're going to qualify for fair use.
Sure.
And I think it's helpful to put verbiage in the description of your video where you're claiming that you are displaying or broadcasting this under fair use criteria, and that's your intention.
I think Kenny Whitten got me confused with someone that might know what technical information, because he asked me, then why would it boot properly after it uses an image of the HHD? No idea. I think that's an Alex question.
Where's he saying?
Let's see. I'm looking back at chat.
Thanks, Doug. I was
Into
just
the
curious
chat.
about that.
Yeah. Let's see. I see there's some orange stuff you guys haven't told me about. What do we got here? Alex, see an owl's eyeball through its ear. Today's fact from my calendar. Wow, I'm glad owl's eyeball through its ear. Wow. Okay. Chris, VSP Vista Service Pack 1. Okay, when I was asking for a VSP acronym, he came up with one. Good call, Chris. Looking for orange. Sam Lazar, Samsung SSD. Which SSD will you use? I'm for the laptop. I'm probably going to use the cheaper silicon. What's it? Silicon something? SD?
Silicon Power.
Silicon Power SP.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
For Catherine.
Hey, it's not watching. Knows you're going to use a cheap SSD now.
It's
Well,
not
I'll tell
cheap.
you,
It's
she's
beyond-
merciless.
I
Absolutely
know.
merciless.
I know. Absolutely no case to save money, huh?
Hey, Doug, how much did they give you to take that?
What? Oh,
Yeah.
to take that abuse.
Yeah.
Looks like that's the last orange.
Doug,
Not enough.
How much did they pay you to use the Silicon Power SSD?
I paid them.
Brutal. Oh man, brutal.
That was a senior moment.
They gave me a cease and desist order saying you cannot use that if you don't pay us. Kidding. I just bought it.
I never used one, and I never will, because I do. They have stupid warranty terms.
I never claim warranty. I never will claim a warranty. I don't care. I never look at the warranty of a product, because for my business clients, I will never place a warranty claim. It will cost more in my time than the money that they save. If something goes wrong with the computer, I'll diagnose what's wrong with it and I'll just buy a replacement part. I will not send the defective part in for warranty. It's not worth my time. Not on any of these components. Now that's not true for a home user, or that's not true for a person that's not in business at the level that I'm in business.
It makes sense to just go and replace for the business. Yes, absolutely. I agree.
Okay, thank you. I'm so relieved that we aren't going to fight on that. Oh, there's another.
No, we're not, because if you can just order a thing, it's shorter than if you have
Yeah,
to go for the
it gets them up and running quicker.
I did RMA and it cost me a lot of money.
Right.
Yes.
Right. I never do it.
I had to send the things back from Colombia to the US. Yes.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to make an adjustment here to the capture device so that we can see what's coming through on that computer. Let's see, which one is it? It is scene CPU.
Catherine, here's a
This
cheap
one.
SSD you won't like. PNY.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Bought it
All
to
right.
put in my old laptop. That
So now there's no image coming through on YouTube. I know that. I'm making adjustments to something to change.
BH, did you nail that? Sorry, I can't type.
It first, and then he overrode me somehow. That's
Yeah.
like twice that's happened, which is interesting.
Okay, my turn. Here's the computer that I have the image going on. So what happened on this is a computer from the Cable Components Company. This is one of their old computers. I think it's actually new enough to do Windows 11. Not certain on that piece, but it currently has Windows 7 32-bit. Not 64-bit, 32-bit. Now the reason, listen, hear me out, stop interrupting. It was required, their software required 32-bit. We bought 3 computers for them a few years ago, and they came with Windows 10. I had to revert them to Windows 7 32-bit because of the point of sale software they were using. Required it. So now they have new software. We have one new computer installed at their location with Windows 10 64-bit. Now we need to upgrade the computers that we bought a few years ago to Windows 10. So on this computer sitting next to me, I actually did upgrade it to Windows 10. So I fibbed a little bit a couple minutes ago by a memory lapse. But it actually has Windows 10 32-bit on it right now because that's what it upgraded to. Now, another piece of software that they need to function with their new point of sale software requires 64-bit. So the only way that I can upgrade this Windows 10 from 32-bit to 64-bit is fresh install. I'm not aware of any method to convert it to 64-bit without a fresh install. So what I'm trying today is I went to their office yesterday and made a Macrium Reflect image of the new Windows 10 computer 64-bit, and it's also a Dell computer, but it's a different model than this one. So now I have already restored that image to this SSD drive that I'm installing in this computer. The computer still has the spinning hard drive physically installed in the computer, but it's not connected. So I've already restored the Windows 10 64-bit image to this SSD. Now what I wanted to do during this live stream to show how this functions is to tell, through Macrium Reflect, tell it that this hard drive is in different hardware. So, and this doesn't take very long to do. So this restore completed that you see on the YouTube video now shows that the image restored in 13 minutes, 19 seconds. And I click OK. Now, I did nothing to prepare to restore. I did nothing on the new computer that's at their office in order to prepare this for restoring to different hardware. The preparation is done after they restore to the new computer. So that's the piece I'm going to show here. I click close on this, and then come up here to the restore menu option, and they have this option here, redeploy to new hardware. So this is done after restoring the image that I want to use on the new hardware. So click on that. Windows 10 Home, this allows you to specify locations of driver files. I don't need to specify any driver files. Automatically check removable media if no drivers are found. I don't need it to be checking any removable media. So click next. Standard SATA HCI controller, search drivers, don't need to do anything here. Click next. And then there's these options. Disable reboot on system stop. So that allows us to be able to see the blue screen of death if that occurs by having that check mark. So they by default have that. Display boot drivers as they load. If I want to watch the boot drivers, I don't really care to do that. Enable boot logging. If I was having trouble, I could come back in and do that, so I could look at the log file. When I float over these, it tells more information about it, where to find the boot log file. Then disable CPU driver. Set this option to disable CPU drivers. This may be useful if you have system stability issues. Please refer to redeploy for help. So I wouldn't be doing that unless I'm having troubles. Set hardware abstraction layer. I remember I looked that up and it, oh, here it shows more. Set this option to change the hardware abstraction layer. The recommended HAL, or hardware abstraction layer, for this machine is the one initially selected. If the incorrect HAL is configured, Windows may be unstable with random BSODs or lockups after booting. Please see redeploy to help. So the point here, I think I want to pointing out, is that there's a lot of more options or things to do if this doesn't work out. Allow Windows to detect hardware abstraction layer. So I think that check mark makes sense and it was on by default. Set this option to allow Windows to determine the best hardware abstraction layer to use at boot time. This option is only available for Vista and later. And then enable SATA AHCI for Vista and later. Set this option to enable support for generic SATA AHCI hardware. You will typically also need to enable an option in your BIOS for your disk controller to operate this mode. Only available Windows Vista and later. So I don't think I need to make any other changes there.
And this is a paid version?
Yeah, it's a paid version. I think with the non-paid version, that menu option for redeploy on dissimilar hardware is grayed out. So then click next. And also this is version 8. The free version of Macrium Reflect is version 7. They don't have a free version of version 8. So these are the two check boxes that were selected. So then finish, redeploy process complete, and then reboot. Take out my USB drives. I did test the redeploy on dissimilar hardware using the same hardware, but this is actually my first time restoring to different hardware. No boot device found. So I suspect that has to do with the boot device. Now this, which keyboard? This keyboard, right?
Universal restore.
I have a question, Doc.
Yeah.
Why didn't you enable AHCI SATA?
I think that probably would have been the thing to do. I think that would have been the thing to fix it. Although it said there that it'd also have to do that in BIOS. So I don't know whether it was the configuration of the drive or the BIOS that is at fault. And that's just an area I'm not familiarized yet.
You know, you can hop into BIOS and check because it said to IDE it may not work.
That's what I'm trying to do now.
Doug?
Yeah.
Does Macrium Reflect have universal restore on the free version?
If by universal restore you mean restore to dissimilar software, I believe the answer to that would be no.
No, cross machine.
Well, that's just cross machine is dissimilar hardware. Those
Right.
sounds like two
Dissimilar,
terms for the
yeah,
same
did you
thing.
say dissimilar? Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like two terms for the same thing.
Hey, Doug, there's an option in Macrium Reflect to fix Windows boot problems. You might want to try that, see if that works.
If the other things don't work first, the ones that I suspect are the answer. So boot sequence, it's recognizing the SP solid state disk, and then enable legacy option ROM.
Doug,
Yeah.
I just,
go up one to boot sequence again.
my free edition is version 8.
Are you trying to boot the USB or the solid state device that's in there?
The solid state device that's in there.
I apologize.
Okay, but now the computer that I took this image from would have been UEFI.
I think that's your problem. I think you need to change it to
Yeah,
UEFI.
change it to UEFI.
Yeah, I was using the wrong mouse there.
And turn off the option for the legacy ROMs as well.
When you said version 7, Doug, I just found out my free version is version 8.
Really?
Yeah, and I've been using it. I didn't even know what
Oh.
version I had. I went and checked my other computer just now. It's version 8.
And it's a free version. Okay.
Yep.
I think I missed it.
Non-commercial use.
Non-commercial use, okay. Version 7 allowed free use for home and for commercial. But of course they have limited functionality.
Huh.
So here, this is showing AHCI. I think that's the right choice here.
Yes.
So that was set in the BIOS already.
Yeah. Let's see.
I believe that is the only two options that you need to change.
I think you're right, but while we're here, we're going to look around a little more. Nothing there I care about.
Unless you need to enable the secure boot.
Not,
No, not for Windows 10.
well, I think you could, but I don't want to. Secure boot, I believe, functions on Windows 10. It's not just Windows 11. Windows 11 is pushing it on
If
it.
it's enabled, then the Microsoft might push Windows 11, and I'm pretty sure this
Agreed.
is not something they want to have.
Yeah, that's part of why I don't like to enable it until we're ready to go to Windows 11.
Exactly.
So I don't see anything else here that I think is worthy of dealing with. So let's see how we're doing now.
I've got all that stuff enabled on my computer, and Microsoft hasn't tried pushing Windows 11 on me yet.
Wait.
It only says
Don't you want to apply it?
Don't I want to what? Oh,
Apply.
really? Did I not apply those?
No,
Well,
you
it
guys-
asked you if you wanted to save the changes on the way out. He did.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that'd be the same as apply.
Okay, I didn't catch.
Oh, if you want,
it looks like it's going to work. By the little spinny circle thing.
Yeah, that looks better.
If you want, Doug, I can stream in. I did it my way in the background for the music.
No, thank you.
If you get too much, too many input.
That would be more appropriate
yes.
on somebody
You got
else's
it.
channel we all know.
It's working.
Yeah. So that was it.
You
Now,
all know.
I would think selecting that why can I not say that acronym right? AHCI in the choices within Macrium Reflect probably would have shown, but no, that the help pop up on that said I would also have to make the change in BIOS. So
Hey, you'll throw it into SATA mode doing that.
Oh man, they got brother printers. I hate those.
All of the machines they had at the school were automatically from the factory set to a RAID mode. They had the option for RAID mode, and if you went in there and tried to change it to AHCI from RAID, it would give you that same boot up error. So,
All right.
so you would have to change it back to RAID.
yeah, they are mutually exclusive. You have to have that set right.
Oh, Tim, why don't you like brother?
I just don't like them. They
I,
always hang up on me.
well, the reason why I don't like them is they're all the software crap they load on it.
Yeah, it's too much crapware.
I pretty much only
like laser printers that they would use in the business.
I pretty much only like HP when it comes to printers.
They're my favorite.
And part of that is because they work out of the box with Linux, no configuration required.
Well, but actually my favorite was HP LaserJet Series 2 parallel cable.
Yep.
I just
absolutely.
never had trouble with them.
Threes weren't
I
bad
had
either.
the school had given me back when I was in middle school. I had one of those old HP C something or other. I don't remember the exact model number, but it was a old parallel port printer on a Windows XP laptop. I printed so much I wanted to throw it out the window sometimes.
930C.
It was something like that.
Was it a small laser printer?
It was a small inkjet printer, pretty much just like the one my mom had at the time. It was connected on a parallel port.
I had a small laser printer from them that was pretty good. I had a 3 way back in the day, and at work I had a 2, and those were both good printers.
Yep.
And they had the cartridges you could plug into them for different fonts and stuff.
So this thing that's happening right now, I did a restart attempt because the display wasn't looking quite right. So now we got this getting Windows ready, don't turn off your computer. So I'm suspecting once it got started up, Windows perhaps realized some drivers that needed to be changed, and this may be completing that.
For missing, yes.
I probably got a new display driver.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that certainly would be the case. I do see hard drive light, well, the storage drive light flickering on the computer. It's just seems to be taking longer than I expected, but then this is...
It looks like it might have been in the process of doing updates, Windows updates.
The computer that I took the image from had updates waiting to install, so I restarted it so that it would finish its installation of updates. Once it finished that, then I shut it down and took the image. So this might be something residual about that.
The deja vu. I think I saw this yesterday somewhere.
Hey, you know something? I had an occasion. You remember when Carrie was doing Windows updates on that big beast build, and it was taking so long?
Yep.
And then after that, I had an occasion with one of my computers where my habit has been to let it do all of the download and installing for all the drivers that are on the list before I click restart. But then I had an occasion where I had a computer that looked like it was taking a long time. So I did the restart before it was finished with installing all of those drivers, before it was even finished with the cumulative update. If the restart now button was available, I just went ahead and clicked on it. And it finished really quickly. And Kerry did that yesterday. He did the restart button before they were all done, and it finished up quickly. And I'm wondering if that might be a thing currently, where if you wait for it to install all those drivers before you restart, that it's just kind of hanging up and taking a long time for some reason. I want to experiment with that next time I need to do an substantial update.
Hey Doug, I got a question about updates for you. Windows Update, a lot of times you get a list of optional updates. A lot of them refer to different hardware drivers. And on my old desktop, I get a whole litany of things there. And a lot of them look like they're for Intel drivers, but for different CPUs than I have. And I'm wondering why those even show up. I'm not checking the boxes on them. I don't see any reason to. But it's just kind of strange that I get offered updates that might not even be applicable.
Yeah, I think it's really, I don't select to install any of the optional updates unless I know a reason why I need that update.
Okay.
And just for the reason that you just described, I don't really trust that they're appropriate. I think a lot of times they are there to fix specific problems that people are having.
Well, there's a line about that above all the updates. It says use these if you have a specific problem you're trying to fix.
Exactly. And if you don't have that specific problem, you shouldn't use these because they're not thoroughly tested.
Because I've seen sometimes Carrie seems to just grab all the optional updates and everything, and
yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
I know why he does it. Because if there is any in the device manager, any
exclamation marks.
Yes, exclamation mark with the triangle. Then he's bound to get a call from the customer. So he wants to be proactive and not have them, and then he's fine. Yes.
There's over 1 billion Windows machines out there. An update doesn't work for every machine at every time. It just cannot.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah.
Look, now it's updating really fast.
Yeah, so I'm looking over at chat to catch up on some. I see some things in orange. I'm looking back to John Aloy Sr. at 1:10 p.m. my time. Sorry I'm late. Back from shopping. Get ready for snow, sleet, rain coming through. Sam Lazar says I only use Samsung SSDs. Unless otherwise, if Samsung is out of stock. Yeah, I'm not on the same page with you. I don't mind using other ones. I do like Samsung SSDs, and
yes,
I put a SanDisk in my my laptop and haven't had it still works. Haven't had a problem with it.
I haven't had a problem with
3 years.
I haven't had a problem with any SSD from any manufacturer, so I'm really not gun shy about them. Let's see. So I see that
those black bars I'm seeing, I see like a black line on the top above the desktop and right above the taskbar. Are you seeing that on your end?
Yeah.
On your end, Doug, or is that just because of yours?
I do. But give me a minute to catch up with chat. Yeah, let's see. Sam is sending to me and to Catherine. This was a link for an SSD. I'm not sure what the point there was. Looking for the next orange. Selden Bell. My copy of Macrium Reflect 7 free, automatically updated to V8 version 8 free. Oh, all right. All right. Tim, is that maybe how you got version 8 free, is from an upgrade?
It was an update, and I didn't want to let it update, but I had another copy of it on a different computer. I'm like, well, I'll try it on this one and see what happens. And I had no problems.
Well, when I went to their website looking for a free version of version 8, I couldn't find it.
They have it hidden.
Oh, that's not a surprise. If you can, I'd appreciate it if you'd send me a link for that.
I'll see if I can find that again.
Okay, then next, Sam Lazar will be back later. Got a client come over this morning helping her with emails. Okay, then BH Ringer. Remember when Xerox was synonymous with photocopy? Yeah.
Xerox.
Yeah, we didn't. In fact, the word was we used was Xerox, not photocopy.
And I have version 8 as well.
All right.
I just checked it.
Chris says, I think there's a bug in Windows Update. It tells you okay to restart before they finish. Yeah, what I'm saying is I think you're better off if you do restart before it's finished. IOHOT, their site is on the front page version 8. I'm not, are you telling me that the free version is on the front page? Because I know that they show version 8 on their site. That's what their current version is. So that
They show,
that's
I'm
not
sorry,
an
guys,
issue.
they show free there too, also.
They show free
Yep.
for version 8? Okay, I'm going to go pull that up in a moment. It's on their website, just saw free version 8. Greg Guy, okay. And Chris says, I heard that it was a bug. And Hank, yes. Okay, so I'm going to go bring that up on screen because I...
We're right on the front page.
All right. Macrium.com.
Oh, you beat me to it.
And let's see. So backup and design. You said it's on the front page. Looking. I don't see it anywhere there. Big. Oh, products. Personal Reflect free.
I've got the link.
Oh, I know it. That's a trial.
No.
You got a free and you got an 8 trial.
You
Go
got
down a little bit.
It's at the bottom. Well, in the middle.
Let's
Free and trial.
bottom middle.
Go
Why?
back up, sir.
You had it. Go up right.
I gotta slow down so that you guys can see it catch up on the
Free is on the left, trial is in the middle.
There it is. Right there.
Macrium Reflect 8 free, perfect for limited backups and cloning, capable basic backup scheduling, download free. Yeah, I don't think this was there last time I looked, which was a while ago. So it may be that when the version 8 first came out, they weren't offering free right away. I don't know, but that's great. That's great. Thank you for pointing that out, letting me know that.
Now, when I did let it update from 7 to 8, it
Yeah.
was a trial. So I went back to 7 and then I got that message again for update. I let it go that time around and it was the free version.
Oh, all right. Interesting.
So that was kind of confusing.
Yeah. Well, I also had an experience with them in the past. Well, I think it was with Macrium Reflect, where I had a trial version. When the trial runs out, they try to get you to purchase, but there was some kind of option where if you just decline, it would just continue working for free, even though it didn't claim that it would do that. All right, very good. Thank you, everybody, for taking me down that road. And then let's go back to the subject computer. Yeah, the black bars at the bottom and the top is what I was thinking would get fixed.
Because of a display driver issue?
Yeah, I'm using the wrong mouse. That's what it looks like. So let's go look at Device Manager, see if we got any exclamation marks. Right click on the Start button, Device Manager. Yeah, oh, the old SM bus controller. Oh man, that was such a nightmare.
Oh man.
I found I had so much trouble with this years ago, and I eventually figured out which driver you had to manually download from Dell's website to fix that.
This driver is hidden in the Windows Update Advanced optional drivers.
All right.
Go and look for it.
Let's go do that. Whoops, I'm doing that on the wrong computer. I did that on my streamer. I need to do that on the subject computer.
You just loaded a bunch of drivers to Matthew Barnes' machine.
Advanced options, you said?
Yes.
Yeah. And
yes, this one now. Yes. Good.
Which of these? Whoops.
I think it would be the first one.
Receive updates
Download.
for other Microsoft products?
No.
That doesn't sound right. That sounds like for Microsoft Office and other software. I'm gonna
Maybe it'll pull it automatically if you just click check for updates.
I don't think it will because I've been through this one a lot.
No.
I'm gonna go search my Microsoft OneNote for that error message because I'm sure that I have it in my notes. SM bus controller. So SM bus controller. Yeah, I got a bunch of it. Oh, it's because it's showing me other.
Do you have in Windows Update Advanced option, do you have additional options?
Checking.
Because,
Oops.
I mean, I use Windows 11, yes? So, might be, and this is Windows 10, so.
Oh, yeah.
It might be in another place, if you know what I mean.
So what was the option we're looking for?
So in advanced option, under additional option, there is optional updates.
Yeah, I'm going to go back a level and hunt around for that. Advanced options, view update histories, pause, looking for info, check storage.
I think it's under update history, the option for driver updates. Scroll down.
Doug, return to the updates.
See where it says driver updates, 31, I think.
Yeah, but that's history. That's not gonna.
That's update history.
Yeah, that's the update history. It's not in there.
Yeah.
Go back one. Go back one page.
All right. Back one page to Windows Update. Here's view.
Right there it says
right here.
View optional updates.
Yeah, okay. Going there. And driver updates. So there's Windows Update.
Yeah, that's what I was
All right.
trying to get to before.
All right. Yeah, that makes sense.
And here you go driver updates, yes, and then you can tick them all because. Printers, Intel. It's all different.
Check all.
Wow, it's offering 21H1. How out of date is the system?
It's out of date because they like it this way.
Oh, that's interesting. Let's find out. Windows key R and WinVer. It's 20H2. That's interesting. 20H2 is still supported though, isn't it?
21H1 is 20H2. Yeah, that's probably okay.
20H2.
I was curious because it was offering 21H1.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's.
Let's see.
Like 1 year behind.
Except as a C computer on the.
Well, that's better than some of the other stuff I've seen. I've literally done WinVers on laptops, especially, and it's popped up at 1709.
Yeah, I've seen the same thing at college when on some of their computer lab machines. It was on 1709, even though the latest version was like 1903 or 1909 at the time.
So you can take them all.
Yeah, I don't like taking them all because they're optional updates, and it doesn't this tell us right at the beginning.
Come up for the chipset too.
If you have a specific problem, one of these drivers might help. Otherwise, automatic updates will keep you up to date. I don't like taking drivers for problems that I don't have, but I have in my notes here about that SM bus controller because I know exactly which driver is needed for it, and so I gotta look at my notes for that. So you guys I'm gonna mute my speakers if you don't let me concentrate on this. In fact, I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna put you guys on screen, and I'm gonna mute my speakers so that I can focus on this, and you guys can chat amongst yourselves. You're on
You
your
can't
own.
hear us? Doug, can you hear us?
Not if he's got his speakers muted, he can't hear us.
Okay, who's got a song? Let's see if you can demonetize first.
Oh, for
Can you hear me now?
No.
The reason why I got a copyright claim on that was because it showed me the place where the copyright claim came from in the video, and it was because he let it play out for like a minute of the song before he started singing it.
Copyright,
Wouldn't have made any difference if it was 10 seconds, 14 seconds, or 14 minutes. You were going to get a copyright notification on it.
It's not the time, it's the copyright.
Right.
I recognize that airplane. That's the Bulldog Blitz skydiving plane.
Oh, look, Tim's waving out the window. Do you have a parachute on there, Tim?
Okay, I found what I was looking for.
We're not done talking about you yet. Put yourself back on mute.
We've been sitting here singing songs.
All right, so here, June 13th, 2012. Let's see, this SM bus controller driver. I found Dell's website said the answer is to install this, but there was no such driver. I solved it by installing chipset drivers.
Well, there was one out there that said chipset.
Yeah. So that's what I want to go back to, is pick which one of those was chipsets. No, you told me to do all of them. You told me to do all of them. You didn't tell me which one.
I said yes, because I said there is chipset drivers are in there too. So just take all, and then your PC is happy.
Okay, so here's, I'm going to start by checking all the ones that say Intel, because I didn't actually see the word chipset.
I don't see it neither.
Yes, it's the last one that says chipset. Last.
Why would you do
this one? This one says chipset. I don't see the words chipset.
Yes, it says Intel C2020 series.
PCI Express.
PCI Express root port.
All right.
Why do you want to take the one for the Xeon processor?
Oh, I don't. I was just check marking everything that said Intel, so to narrow down the number of things to look at.
Gotcha.
I'm inclined to just go for this one. So download and install.
Just take all of them. I don't know.
That's a slow one.
Yeah, it's connected to the internet.
Do you not think it would get it? Just an observation. Do you not think it would get it automatically if you did the feature update to Windows 21H1?
It might.
No.
I'm inclined to think that it won't, but
no.
I can't say that for certain. Obviously, because Catherine feels she can say that for certain.
I did it on my Acer, yes?
All right.
I had Windows 10. I installed Windows 11. I had this SMB bus thing showing too. So I went in the optional drivers. And I installed just everything in there. And then it was installing and it was restarting, and then my PC was happy. Yes.
All right.
This is like I say, just install the lock. Yes.
I understand that's what you said, Catherine. You don't need to keep saying it. Don't hammer me over the head with it. I disagree. Let's let go of that and move on. This is a proponent
of the old adage: if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, this is stuck at the zero, and there's also that just because you have
seems to be different on that. But
just because you have an experience in a certain set of circumstances doesn't mean every situation that's similar is going to get the same results.
Well, sometimes that doesn't work with technology, especially when people say that I ain't gonna replace something until that something doesn't work. Because eventually, if that something keeps working, it might get so out of might be so old that it might not run the current software or whatever.
That's fine. I'll
Well,
deal
then
with it
at
when
that
it
point
happens.
it's broke. At that point it's broke, and you deal with it.
This thing's not downloading.
No, it's not.
No,
I don't like it.
just
Try to load safe mode and do it in safe mode.
Not yet. Too early for that.
let's
I'm going to take a look at Task Manager and see if we can see that something's actually running or working.
Doug, have you tried to use the Intel updater
Driver
that Carrie's
update
always
thing?
talking about?
No, you've seen
The
everything.
chipset updater?
You've seen everything that I've tried, that I've done.
Well, no, I mean on other circumstances. Is that something
others.
you use?
Yeah. Well, I'm more inclined to use, since most of my work is with manufactured computers.
Well, yeah, I would get their
I
website
don't-
stuff. Yeah.
I avoid going to Intel directly or go to a graphics card driver directly.
Right.
I'd rather use what the manufacturers. As a matter of fact, when I have gone to the manufacturer's website for a particular device, I find the model number that's actually installed in a name brand computer isn't even available on their website because they are Dell specific or HP specific or Lenovo specific.
Right. I agree with that.
So anyway, is there activity happening? Here's
I don't see anything.
The disk seems to be at 0%
yeah,
usage. So.
and network at 0 and CPU at 3, just changing a little bit, but just tiny.
I don't think it likes that update.
Should I just give the box a wrap on the side with my screwdriver?
no use. Brother. Check another box too. Check like the newest Intel
Kenny
driver.
Whitten says it's showing a restart's required in the taskbar.
Oh, I
Oh
see
yes, it is. It is. That's fair. We should be able to see what.
There's
But
probably
there's
one that's
no-
downloaded, trying to install in the background.
But if that's the case, it should be showing up on this screen that a restart is needed. But yeah, we have the yellow dot down there.
Just restart it and then you see what happens.
Yeah, I think so. Update and restart.
That screwdriver trick won't work unless it's a red Milwaukee.
All right. Let's see. I guess I should jump over to chat.
Yeah, way back in the day, I had a friend that had an XT clone, and he had one of those early hard drives that had what they called the stiction problem. And when he started it up, he would reach in and twist something on the spindle to get the hard drive going.
So let me catch up on chat. Wintermute says check resolution. Imaged computer may be different than this computer prefers. I would expect that this restored dissimilar hardware should accommodate that. Scrolled right past it from Kenny. We're past that. Additional updates. We got to it. Kenny, pick all of them. If they don't apply, it won't install them. Please read chat. You know what? I'm asking you guys that are in the Zoom session to help bring me back to chat when there's things there I should look at. 20H2 supported till May 10, 22. Then next one, IO Hank, go to Dell, download the driver from there for that laptop. That's the solution that I have done in the past for this particular message. If it's chipset, that's taken me to the Intel site. The laptop does not have the component. This isn't a laptop, but Windows shouldn't install the driver. But yeah, Microsoft has published that very clear in their instructions. They've said don't install the optional updates unless you have a reason to need it, unless you have something wrong. Even in the case where they go to fix a bug. Now, I'm theorizing here, and you may disagree. Kenny, you may disagree. That's okay. But my understanding from Microsoft's publishing is that they'll put out a driver to fix a specific problem, but it's not broadly tested. So yes, it may install on your computer, but if there's a problem with it because it's not been broadly tested, then you could have experienced that problem. Now, if any individual technician has done this a lot to just install all of them, I think Catherine has, sounds like, and never had a trouble with it, then you're going to be of that opinion to just always do that. Use assistant driver. And Vladimir again saying Windows Update will sort it out. I've already commented on that, so I won't go down that road again.
No, if the chipset is too old, the assistant driver will not work.
All right. Let's see here. I'm hitting the wrong keyboard again. So here we are restarted. Well, let's go have a look at what's it doing. It's clicking on things I'm not clicking on. Do I have the right mouse? Oh, there it is. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong mouse on the screen. All right, so let's go take a look at Device Manager. I'm suspecting, oh, it's cleaned up. No exclamations. All right, update settings and look at history. Did that one actually update? It was a driver, so let's go down to drivers. Yeah, that was it. So even though it was showing 0%, we went ahead and restarted and it installed. That is exactly what I was describing. We're waiting for those things to say installed and have a button for reboot. In this instance, we saw the evidence that we did a reboot anyway. It successfully installed the driver. I think that's a thing that's happening these days. If your updates don't seem to be progressing, just go ahead and restart the computer.
That's happened several times to Carrie.
Yeah, it has.
But you got a notification in the taskbar that needed to be restarted.
Yeah, and it did not give me a restart.
It did not
button.
show it on the Windows Update.
Right. That was a different realization. I don't know if it was a different experience or just a different realization, because that might have been true in the other cases that I've experienced, and I just didn't notice it.
The resolution is still weird.
Yes, agreed.
Can you right click?
Yeah.
And then
let's just go try making a change. Now here the resolution, it's filling the screen. It was just the wallpaper, the background that wasn't right.
No, here, look, scroll up a bit. Scroll up.
I'm waiting.
Display resolution, it says.
Yeah.
1024, but that's too small. I mean, that's.
But I can't, it's not clickable. So that means there's something wrong with the display driver.
It's grayed out.
It's grayed out. I can't.
So you got the wrong display driver.
So there's a problem with the display driver.
So in the advanced and optional, it had like some Acer stuff too. Are you connected to an Acer screen now?
No. Well, it's connected to a capture device. It's not connected directly to a monitor. Oh, come on. All these two mouse arrows on the screen.
What if you take the HDMI or the display port out and then check back if you can swap the resolution?
Well,
just for a minute.
Would you just disconnect it and reconnect it?
Yes, disconnect it and then check in display settings if you can now change the resolution to
All right.
another resolution.
Well, before I go that way, I want to try something here. I don't have a monitor connected directly to the computer at all. This is showing here Microsoft Basic Display Adapter.
Yeah.
I want to try update driver straight from there.
That's installing drivers.
Yes, it's installing because it doesn't have the right ones.
There it goes.
We got the black screen and then it refreshed. Still have the black bands at the top and bottom. Here's Intel HD Graphics 4600. That sounds very familiar. And then close this.
Now maybe you can adjust the display.
Yeah.
Yes, look here near the device, there is the other one, the blue one. Between the word, then is the device, and then the other blue one. That's for the Intel driver. On the bottom, the taskbar.
Oh, taskbar.
Taskbar.
There's an Intel item down there. Oh, there.
Yes.
Here.
No, here. No, go back. Left. Yes, here. Intel.
Yeah.
HP.
I'm guessing that just appeared by virtue of that driver install.
Now you can go to graphic options or properties, whatever you want.
I'm not sure which one will be.
Resolution.
Resolution, yes.
You know what? I'm not a fan of that. Just go on the regular right click on the desktop and try to change a display. I want to know if that is fixed there, because that should be able to make that adjustment there. See, here's, yeah, it's clickable now.
Not grayed out no more.
Right. So
just had the wrong driver.
Yeah.
Nice.
But we still got a weird band there.
That's something with the wallpaper.
Yeah. Yeah, let's try just going wallpaper then.
Go
Personalize.
1922.
Background is a picture. Change it to solid color. Pick a color. Close that. Yeah, that's full. So I just changed the background setting, it fixed it. Where's the setting for choosing those Windows images as the background?
It's in that drop down menu.
Oh, in here, isn't it?
The solid color.
Solid colors are just solid colors. That's not.
Oh.
Oh, here. It's
they
picture.
moved it.
It's picture. To get us a nice looking wallpaper. Oh, it's still got the bands though.
It depends how they're stretching the picture, maybe.
Oh yeah, choose a choose a fit.
Yes.
Change that to stretch. Yeah, that's it.
It says.
There you go.
There we go. All right, chat room. Let's see. There's my last highlighted thing, and the next orange. CV, you can use Dell Support Assistant. Yeah, I use Dell Support Assistant a lot. Or let Dell detect the drivers. Go to Device Manager, uninstall the display driver, restart the laptop. I think we accomplished the same thing. That would have been an option to uninstall the display driver, but I updated the display driver and it accomplished it. Chris, as far as secure boot, my XPS 8930 was showing it was compatible with Windows 11. I disabled TPM And now it shows not compatible. Secure boot is enabled. I disabled TPM. Yeah, I did a video recently about a laptop that I was fussing with turning TPM off and secure boot off, and it was still showing Windows 11 as available. The next day, it no longer said that. It said it was not available, not capable of Windows 11. And I put that information in the description of that video, but it was not in the content of the video. So yeah, when you make those changes, apparently it could take some time before the computer shows that. Selden Bell, the desktop icons aren't round. I think there's something wrong with the aspect ratio. Is he saying because we don't have rounded corners? Desktop icons aren't round. I think he's joking, isn't he? Because that's
So rounded corners are on Windows 11.
Yeah, it's a Windows 11 thing. So yeah, I'm not sure if that's what he was referring to. So he says native resolution 1366 by 768, crisp show compatible a few days after changes. Yeah, for me it was the next day that it showed not compatible when I was trying to make it not compatible. Should be set to full HD. Was it not set to full HD? Not even sure where that is. Wrong mouse.
Still weird. Symbols look still weird.
Let's see. Javi says native resolution 1366 768.
Yes, but that's on the laptop, and you're not on the laptop.
Yeah, I'm not on the laptop, and then it's I don't know where that.
Use the 1920 to 1080.
Yeah, I know that's what it likes. It just makes everything so small. My clients never like that. So I typically wind up setting it for something higher. But for now, I don't. For now, I don't care.
And now you can make the symbols bigger. Right click, and then you can say view.
For the icons bigger, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Here,
yes.
like this one, change size of apps.
No.
Let's wait for the YouTube.
Just on the desktop, right click.
Yeah.
Go away from this display. Now right click on the desktop, go to view.
Yeah.
View. Go on view on the, and now you can see is small icons or medium or large. Go to large icons.
That's good.
I've had to do that on my streaming TV computer because it's a 60-inch screen and you can't see those icons, so I have to make them large.
Yeah.
So now the icons are bigger, now they can...
All right, let's see. Seldom Bell, I meant they aren't circular, they're ellipses. Oh, that's probably because we had kind of a wide and short resolution, I think he's saying. Vladimir saying 1920. Chris, she's still there. Let's see. Zvi, sorry, I'm not sure what that was in reference to. Not concerned about it though. Vladimir, 1920, 1080 increased 125%. So yeah, I was going that direction, doing the 125%. I think I like Catherine's approach better of the large icons. Vladimir set icons to normal again. Oh, if I do the 20, yeah. See, that's been my normal go-to is 125.
That's another.
We can't both talk at the same time. We can't both talk at the same time. All right, go ahead, Catherine. What are you saying?
I said that's another option too, 125, and then go back to the medium sized.
Normal.
Yep.
Yeah, that's been my normal go-to, but I think I'll try this out and see. I don't think I've done that large icons, at least not for some time. Set icons to normal. So, and I also need to see what they're accustomed to at their office. I don't know offhand.
It might look different on their screen too.
Right, their monitors. All right, so this is a done deal for that computer. You don't need to see me mounting that SSD in the computer. What have we been here? I'm getting kind of tired.
Now we need to copy the other hard drive from the laptop to the SSD.
Yeah, but let's see, what time is it even? 2 o'clock?
I don't know.
No one's counting for 2 hours and 8
Enjoy
minutes.
your afternoon.
Who asked you?
You said, and I quote, "How long have we been here?" I guess you asked.
Yeah, but I didn't say the trigger word.
She's bored.
Oh, you said, "How long have we been here?"
Yeah.
I'll go back to muting myself.
She answered something. I don't know where that came from.
Doug,
Yes.
I'm confused. I don't know what you're doing.
Then I have achieved my objective. Success.
Hey, before you go, can I link your channel tonight in my description? Give you a shout out. You hit me up 3 times today.
Of course.
All right. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, you can do that kind of thing anytime. Yeah, but you know what? I'm kind of beat. I really need to get up and move around and stuff.
So we're going to be an aerobic channel now. Cool.
Don't you dare ask me to change my outfit for that. Yeah, I'd like to end the live stream because I can do that cloning stuff. I'll come in, start it, and I go do something else. I can come back later. I don't want to sit and wait for all that or keep the stream going. All right, so I want to go over here. Let's see, chat revenue 11. I want to go look at something here and show it to give acknowledgement to the kind people who are able to support financially. And then keep in mind, I don't expect that from anyone who can't easily afford it. So if I come over here to in my channel, studio, YouTube studio. I'm going to click on monetization. I'm going to take that off screen when I click on it, because when I first click on it, it goes to a screen that shows my AdSense account number. I don't want to display that over YouTube. So then I'm going to click here on supers. When I go to supers here, it shows me the recent history of contributions. And I think that these two, no, $4.99 and $10, that doesn't add up to $11.99. That's interesting. If I go to see all, this one here from Tony Walla, $4.99 was January 15th. That was today. And then January 8th. So the second one that came in today is not showing up in here. I was wanting to come and look at this because what Carrie's been reporting about how YouTube's
they're not showing everything.
Them. So let's see, there was Tony $4.99 and then the other one, I know I acknowledged it verbally already.
Tom K, $2.
Oh, 2 others. Tom K for $2 and Chris Garrett for $5. So that's what adds up to $11.99, yes. But they don't, the only one that shows up in here was,
Tony.
Was Tony. So that's kind of oddball. Because I thought when I saw the current super chat showing up in here, I thought, well, this shows it keeps it up to date, doesn't it? But no, it doesn't. It seems to show the first one, but then not keep them coming. Now, I think if I come and look at this tomorrow, it'll show the other ones from today. But it does.
Susan was a little short on her lunch tab. She said she'll give it back to you on Monday.
It goes all the way back to Tony being the first on September 11th. So I just wanted to say again, thank you for those who are able to afford that and are supporting in that way. It is important to me doing this work that it is generating some revenue. So thank you. All right, we're done. Look and see if there's last. There's some more orange stuff, isn't there? As far as secure boot, show up compatible. Sorry, man. Sorry. 1920 set icons normal. Gonna wear a Jack LaLanne outfit. What was that? What was that? What was that other guy? The
Richard Simmons.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. What a character he was.
Don't want to see Richard Simmons on your channel.
No.
And we don't want to see you dressing like Richard Simmons either.
I
so.
think not. Oh my god. That was the second, I think. Yeah.
Did I cancel the order for your wake?
Yeah. Don't need that.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to come over here and in the Zoom session, then I'll put up my email address for anyone wanting to request a session, and we're done. So if I don't see you before next Saturday, have a great week. I have no idea if I'm going to be up for another live session or recording this week.
You want me to send you the link tonight or no?
The link was for what?
Zoom.
It's spelled Z.
Oh no, I'm not. I try to stay away from screens after 7 o'clock, after 8 o'clock. It's very. I don't really want to participate in something. I have sleep troubles, so I'm
We don't.
I'm off.
Well, I can see after dealing with this crowd how you would have nightmares.
Oh man.
That's true.
So I occasionally catch up with your videos after the fact, like when I'm having breakfast the next morning or something.
Doug, we put Jeff to sleep, no problem.
Yeah, we did.
Yep.
We did what?
I fell asleep one night on their Zoom.
Oh. So sleeping is allowed, is what you're saying.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, yeah, but he called me to wake me up. Ken called me.
Oh.
he disturbed my slumber.
Yeah, well, let's tell him why. It wasn't to wake you up. It's because you had to take care of your wife. That probably makes you feel good, don't it?
Yep.
All good, Jeff.
All right, here we go. Ending. Was Catherine trying to get a word in? Catherine, were you trying to?
Because we were concerned. Yes.
Say again?
Ken called Jeff because he was concerned. You know?
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, ending the Zoom session. 3, 2, 1, 0. Goodbye. And then here's my email address if you want to contact me to request a free computer support session for any Windows topic that you might have. Even for those of you who are regulars on this channel, it might be a way to force me to come back onto a live stream this week. And just give me a little bit of an idea what you want to deal with in the body of the message. So I hope that's been useful for those of you who are watching this afterwards and those of you watching this during the live stream. Have a great day. Catch you later. Goodbye.